all day. That's a real thing.
I did. Well, so
Did
I saw her at an event I did the other day. It was called a Broadway Bound Awards.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic. She was a judge. And we got finished, I think, at 10:30 at night.
Yeah.
It was when it was done at Robinson.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the night, I go, DJ, I assume, is asleep. And she was like, oh, he's been asleep for hours. And I said, okay. I said, well, that's okay.
Yeah.
And I was trying to kind of make it to where it's like, don't get on to him for going to bed at 8 or 8:30. Because he has to, otherwise his mind will be a waste by the end of especially on a Friday. I mean, you're talking about you're on sleep deprivation like you're going through, like Hell Week at a fraternity right now.
Yeah.
At the end of the week.
I don't know
but
if
it's
that's
every week.
It sounds, the way you described it sounded about pretty
About
accurate.
right. Yeah, about right. Every week is that for you. Yes.
So, yes, we got a lineup. We'll go through the rundown real quick. Christian, I don't have that little sheet of paper with me. What's on our menu? What do we got on tap today?
So for today, we have Tom Murphy will be joining us in the second hour, as well as Zack Gillham down from Oaklawn, talk about the biggest lines of the weekends. We'll also have our champs and chumps of the week, thanks to Washita Bar and Grill and BKC Home Builders. And, of course, we'll have our entertainment and birthdays, as always.
That'll work. And feel free to send that out on a tweet so I can take
a
look at that a little bit. Oh, man, what am I thinking? He's the wizard. Question of the day?
I'm still working on one, but I think I'm going to revolve around Arkansas versus LSU. How many games does Arkansas sweep? Does Arkansas get swept? 2-1, 1-2, something along those lines.
How about this, too? Can you add a second one in there?
Yes.
Who has a better shot at winning the national championship this year? Arkansas baseball or Arkansas softball?
Ooh, that's a good one.
You like that one?
I like that.
That just hit me.
Yeah.
Just hit me right now.
Well, when
that's
you have
brilliant.
Fresh air.
Look, it's one of those moments where you're on a heater right now. You've already fixed two
clarity
technical
right there.
problems.
Fire.
You've got it. The question of the day just off. It's like there's a zen. I can see it.
Gosh.
He's in the zone right now.
Yeah. There it is.
Let me do some day trading real quick. You know what I mean? Might as well give it a shot.
Speaking of Oaklawn, I need to take you down there after. And you just need to tell me where do I need to put my money on the roulette board.
Put it on every number.
There you go.
I'm rolling.
Yes.
All right, not roulette. We're rolling the dice.
There you go.
All right, let's get to why we're here. We are joined by two guests. We got Neil and Will. Neil and Will. Help me out. Help me remember. It's been a long day. Neil?
Yes.
I knew it. Oh, see, first strike of the day right now.
It's okay. You're +3.
Yeah.
You're +3.
You left the zone there.
Perfect day. Always a good event. Did we do this last year here together?
So we were here last year. I think I was here with Joe.
You were.
Last year. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, so we were down in the pavilion.
Yep.
And, man, this is such a special event. Thank you guys for having us back out. Because this is, you talk about impact in the community and what this organization means to families in the state of Arkansas. So for those at home who aren't familiar, who weren't in last year, remind everybody, Neil, start us out with what Home for Healing is and what you guys do every single day for families.
Absolutely. Well, Will and I don't do it every day for families. The staff at Home for Healing and all of the volunteers do that. We're here just a simple part to –
You're co-chairs.
We're co-chairs of the
right.
event. They are. But Home for Healing itself provides no-cost lodging to individuals undergoing cancer treatments, their caregivers, patients of NICU families, as well as caregivers for individuals in ICU. And that's just an expansion that's just opened up for the home. The guests come from all of our healthcare facilities here in Central Arkansas and around the state, primarily UAMS, Carti, Arkansas Children's Baptist, St. Vincent, Arkansas Urology. So you can see how centric it is to the medical community to understand that this is available for those families who may be going through cancer treatments, have a NICU baby, or in for ICU, and they need an affordable place to stay at no cost.
Will, you look at the families that come in, these are moments of, extreme stress and everything that they are undergoing during, the procedures, the process, and certainly any type of extended stays that are required at these institutions. So tell everybody what Home for Healing provides as just a reprieve and kind of a sanctuary for them in terms of taking their mind off of it, even for just a few moments.
Right. The home tries to be exactly what their name says. It's home away from home. And while these folks are there staying for extended periods of time, there are full kitchens in the home. The fridges are always stocked with fresh food for them to have, so they don't have to worry about cooking a meal for themselves. They're very comfortable at the home. The staff does an incredible job of accommodating all the guest needs. We just got new beds throughout the home.
Yep.
It truly is a special place, and Can't say enough nice things about the staff there that takes care of our guests and all of our supporters that help it exist. And it's a great resource for our communities.
Now, I'm looking up the website online. Days like this, it's very easy for people to say, oh, that looks cool. Let's go out. Let's be involved. Look at some sponsorships. It's not just this day that I'm assuming y'all would like some support from the community. What are some other things people can do throughout the year to be a part of this mission that y'all have to make sure y'all can take care of people in a very unfortunate situation in their life?
So, DJ, let's start with today.
Okay.
Like, if they're not able to participate in the golf tournament, they can go to the website or any of the social media posts, and we've got QR codes there, Venmo as well as for a credit card, to where they can enter in to our raffle. And it's our golf package raffle. Grand prize is a 2-night stay, Red Apple Inn, 4 rounds of golf, a $100 Red Apple Inn gift card, in addition to 4 rounds of golf with lunch at Maumelle Country Club, 4 rounds of golf at Chenal Country Club, and 4 rounds of golf and lunch at Pleasant Valley Country Club, the host of the Simmons Bank Championship.
That's the way to do it right there. Website is Home for Healing. Is it .org? I'm seeing right here.
.org.
.org is going to be the place to go. Very user-friendly. Y'all, you got nice pictures on there.
On the events page on there, it shows the other.
Who's Beetlejuice?
That's Monster Bash.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
all right.
coming up. You want to go to that, man. You need to dress up as, who do you dress up? Maui?
I usually. You saw that. You got a good memory. Yes, I was Maui. This year I may do real tattoos. What do you think about that? Get a little crazy, right?
Go for it.
But no, I see this event, and y'all, like I said, y'all got things all year long. Website is a quick and easy place you can figure out. You also got guest stories on here as well. Very impactful when it comes to learning, the stories behind the people that need your help and the people that have come through and how it has really helped them in the first place. But, yeah, talk about some other things as far as events, because I think that's the best way to get the word out and then have people involved even more maybe throughout the entire year. So you got the Monster Bash. What else you got?
I'll say one more thing about an easy way to get involved at the home. They're always looking for meal donations, and that's a super easy way for anybody to get involved. You can either cater food or make a meal at home and bring it, and that's something that they will get a lot of use out of. The guests will enjoy some nice home-cooked meals there. But, yeah, Monster Bash is our Halloween party, and that one is awesome. If you've been before, you know how all out a lot of the attendees go with their costumes. And then we have a new program called Diamonds and Studs that is a program for 11th and 12th graders. It has lots of service opportunities. This is the first year, and the excitement around it is palpable. And there's quite a few participants, and they're going to get exposed to a lot of cool things in the medical community, getting to tour a few different hospitals around our city, and getting to do some really cool stuff.
Do y'all have a kitchen on site there? Do people come in and cook?
They can.
Justin and I think we talked about this.
Yeah,
did we? Justin,
it's coming back to you now.
One, he's a good chef.
Yeah.
I'll give Justin credit.
He's pretty good.
He can throw down in the
he's
kitchen,
good.
almost as good as me. All right, and so we've talked about this. We need to try to pick a day where we can get out there and do a big meal. And about if people were interested in helping cater or bringing in meals, and if they would say they wanted to feed everyone there, what would that look like?
Yeah, I think the staff would allow it to look like however they want to present it.
Yeah, I was just
it's going to be. You're thinking probably
how
of
many
a head
mouths
count.
would?
Yeah, I would
typically
say,
food for 20 is going to be the max, and that's probably a safe bet.
I think that's
Absolutely.
Yeah, we should figure out a way to put together something where all these people who think they're good home chefs to put it to the test, and maybe do it through a whole month, and have a different night. Who knows?
You just want to beat. You just want a chance to try and beat Justin in front of people. Let's just say what it is.
I want to cook with him, and I want to be his sous chef, and I want him to be mine. And I want to say yes, chef, throughout the night. I think that'd be fun, fellas. Anything else y'all want to talk about before? Are you going to be involved in today? Y'all golfing at all? Or y'all busy? I know y'all are cheering the event.
I'm going to sit. Yeah, we're co-chairs. Are you playing, Will?
I'm not playing.
You're not. I'm not playing either. I'm going to sit on the first tee.
Okay.
Make sure that everyone that is sponsoring the event that I come through and get to speak with, and then participate in an opportunity for more fundraising for the tournament. For those out there who, if you've got an interest in still playing, we just found out we're going to be off the cart paths.
Really?
Oh, my
This
God.
is
Yeah,
huge.
look at Will's
This
face.
is huge.
That changes everything.
It does.
He's like, now can I play?
Yeah.
yeah.
Now we
Nothing like getting there and you see that
to
sign,
make
cart
dinner
path
now.
only, and you're like, okay.
We were bummed first thing this morning.
That's the news for
Very
the morning.
nice.
That's
it's the
our-
little things in
our
life
white
that just
smoke.
make us so happy
You know,
sometimes.
Any holes out here that stick out as far as what I'm assuming there'll be some like hole in one. Any things out here that pop off as far as awards or anything like
Challenges.
Hole-in-one contest on number 2.
Okay.
And then we have a putting contest for $5,000 when you're making the turn here at number 1 as
And that's
well.
presented
that?
by.
Is that just one putt?
It's one try per participant in the entire field. Yes.
Wow.
Instead of one person out of the field,
Yeah.
we did it for everybody, by courtesy of Clark Contractors.
Wow.
Excited to be part of that.
Or is it Clark Construction? What?
Contractors.
Thank
had
you. I got it right.
Yeah.
I got it right.
How
It's a coin flip.
Yeah.
You had it right, man.
It's the Blue Sea.
how far is that putt?
60 feet.
Cool.
Not too bad.
60
that's-
for 5K.
Only 20 paces.
How's your golf game?
I
DJ?
know.
What do you
We
think?
got like a 6-minute break here. In
Y'all
a little bit.
yeah, definitely you are coming down to take
Are
a
we
putt there.
participants today?
Maybe we can show the line.
There
you
we
know?
go. Yeah. That would be helpful, I think.
That would be helpful.
Yeah.
Maybe not so much with me. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much. We'll check in with y'all throughout the day, if that's okay with y'all. I know y'all are busy. One more time, people, if they want to go learn more information and how they can be supporters of Home for Healing.
homeforhealing.org has the QR codes as well as event information for upcoming events. We're at Burns Park Golf Club right now. Come on out, join us for the afternoon. The sun's shining, the clouds are starting to move away.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I like it.
My goodness.
All right, y'all. Thanks so much.
Perfect day.
All right,
Thank you,
we'll
guys.
check in with them a little later. Right now, let's give you kind of a rundown of things we're going to talk about today. I don't know if you've heard, Razorback Baseball is playing today. Oh, Cole! What's up, Cole? Sorry. We got people showing up. Cole's my guy, man. So some photog. He just left us.
Oh, really?
Though.
Nice.
He just left. Come here.
Oh, man.
Cole, sit down, man. What are we doing? Hey, Christian, I know you're
Is this
back in
the
studio.
Cole?
Oh, this is the Cole. Yeah, go ahead and pull on the headset right there. What are you on for? Cole, big-time caller, calls in quite a bit.
Nice.
He's been a photog for Channel 4 and Fox 16. How long?
2.5 years, bro.
It's. I was about to say 10. It's only been that long?
I'm only 25.
Okay, fair enough. That makes sense. Child labor laws and all that stuff. But he just left us, man. He just left us. He's now with Creative Services.
Yes.
Cole,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
talk baseball. You're a big Razorback fan. You talk about this, that. What do you think about our odds of winning a national championship the most? Is it going to be the Razorback men's baseball team or softball team? Who has better odds at winning?
I don't know, man. Well, we have the best player in the country in softball, so
Yes.
I'm not sure how all the other teams stack up in the SEC as far as softball goes, but it seems like we've kind of turned it on in the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, so they play Oklahoma. They already played Oklahoma earlier this year, and it didn't fare too well.
No,
Oklahoma, I
they're
don't know
a
if you know in the softball world, they are the standard.
Alabama.
Yeah,
of
they're the
football.
Alabama.
Yeah.
They were like UCLA back in what's my coach's name?
Your coach?
The UCLA coach that won all those UCLA.
Wooden?
Yes,
Yeah.
they're like that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot.
You just pulled a Sully, by the way. You're like, what's my guy's name?
Does he do that a
And
lot?
It's like, what sport are you talking
Who's
about?
your guy?
Man, what's
but
his name?
That is Oklahoma softball. I mean, they are the program, and so they play them today. It really doesn't matter because we're still in the SEC tournament, so the Hogs will be good. They're just playing for better chances of hosting a little bit more. But LSU, what do you think about them?
As far as baseball goes?
As far as baseball.
I mean, every team in the SEC is so tough, and baseball especially, you could have a team over 500, and they're just, they get hot at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope Arkansas, gets the bats going, and it seems like the past couple, games we've played, they've hit pretty well.
Cole, Chris, Christian, is Arkansas baseball considered a blue-chip program? I saw this pop up on social media the other day.
In
Arkansas
baseball?
Arkansas
Yeah, I'd
base-
say
in
so.
I believe so.
Yeah.
The argument was you can't say that for a program that doesn't have a national championship.
Yeah, I'd say if we didn't
Acceptable.
drop that ball in 2018, then maybe.
Watch that ball. Watch that ball.
Do you think that is that's like saying, I don't know. When it comes to that, you would think a national championship should be at least
They're
in
the only
conversation,
they're
right?
the only program in the country in the last 8 full seasons that's won 40 or more games. They're the only program in the country.
Get it.
So it's like right now, yeah, they're a blue chip.
Are we
program.
playing like semantics game where it's like we're a powerhouse, but we're not a blue chip because we've never won a national championship?
Yeah. Does that matter? I would like to say it does.
It kind of does.
You get the best recruits.
Yeah.
Well, what is it? What do you define a blue chip program as? Is it have to be because if it's national title, then they're obviously out. But if it's everything else,
Right.
So football, I would say Alabama's in that conversation.
Georgia.
Right?
yeah. But who else? But who else is that? In that
Ohio
conversation?
State.
Who
Football.
else? Ohio State. Yes.
LSU.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Good job, Chris.
So we're all talking about teams that won national championships, right?
and consistently are always good.
Well, see, Arkansas
Always
has
in the
that.
always,
Arkansas has
yeah,
that.
always in the conversation.
Always that.
If they have
National Players of the Year.
if they have a bad year, people like lose their mind. Like this is so uncharacteristic. Fire the coach.
See, baseball is just such a different animal because it's the most random sport, right?
Yeah.
You know, when a team like Coastal Carolina won a national championship.
They're
So
not a blue chip program.
Right. So you look at they're a good program, but
Yeah.
I just look at it like it's hard to compare. If I were to ask you, who's the Arkansas of college football? Like, who's the Arkansas baseball of college football? Who would you say? Like a team that is always up there but hasn't won yet.
Oregon.
Is
I was going to say has Oregon. Literally,
Oregon-
I was thinking
I think
Oregon.
that's a
I
great-
just didn't
that's a
know
great
if they
combo.
won when
or
they
comparison?
had.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. I don't think they haven't won, right?
Because they've been there. Remember they
I
lost
think
in the
they
Michael
won like back in
Dyer-
the 50s or something. But if we're talking about like
Yeah, in a somewhat
recently,
modern
no.
era.
Yeah.
I think Oregon's I think that's a great
good comp.
comparison.
And then the
Always
comp I
good.
made years
Always
ago.
good.
Yeah, the comp I made years ago, which has kind of caught on. Arkansas baseball is the Gonzaga of college baseball too, because they're always
college
good, but they never
basketball?
won.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
They're going to get to the tournament. They're going to be competitive.
Going to be a high seed.
Everyone every year is going to say this is their year.
Yeah. High draft picks, players of the year. Yeah.
They got to know.
I got pushback on that because they play in a weaker conference, but I'm just like, they're good every year. They make the tournament. They
Yeah.
make deep runs. They've just never won it.
Oh.
It's hard to find another SEC team like that because most of those have won national championships. You know,
Yeah.
Florida, LSU, Mississippi State.
Yeah.
So I think Oregon's probably the most comparable answer for
Fair.
like who's someone like that is consistently good, always going to be in the conversation, always going to get top players, but still hasn't reached the pinnacle. That'd be Oregon.
Okay.
Okay.
If you want to chime in and be a part of the conversation, y'all know the number 661-1037. Also hit us up on our D3 Auto Sales text line and our WIT Davis Lumber Plus live fan feedback. It's always more than a lumberyard. We're about to get to our first quick break. Once again, we are here at Burns Park, home for Healing Golf Tournament. We got a whole great lineup for you. Don't forget Tom Murphy's going to join us in the 11 o'clock hour. Also with Zack Gillham, he's going to let us know what's on the board for Arkansas baseball and other betting going around. He's a big Formula One guy.
I know. That's I
He
was
will
just
let
going.
you know what's going on with that.
Just going on to check out
As
what's
well.
happening this weekend.
Cole, how's your golf game?
It's pretty straight. Getting
Why
the
are
ball
you?
good.
I saw you're here with more colleagues from work. Do we have a team? KRK?
I guess you could call it that. I play with Sean and Trey. So, I mean, it's like.
So so our station
it's-
paid for
yeah,
a team.
Yeah.
I didn't
don't
even
know
get
if
the
it's a
invite.
You weren't
station,
invited.
I didn't even
Well,
know.
it's because they obviously
Yeah.
knew you'd be working,
Or
DJ.
more of a chance is it's in my email.
That's
I heard
actually
you're a lot
true.
better at sitting talking than playing golf.
Oh yes, but I'll give you. If we played 18 holes, my goal is to use maybe 4 of my shots in a scramble, and I'll be happy. At least 4.
4's pretty good,
That's doable, right?
especially considering like who you
Yes.
playing with.
Yes.
You know?
It doesn't matter.
No,
Yeah, still take
no,
all
no,
4.
no.
I'll let you put those 3-footers in.
I'll take
There you
them,
go.
man. Hey, 60-foot putt will win you $5,000 today. All right.
No way.
Yes,
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
60 foot.
So when you make
not
the,
that bad.
When you make the turn, you're going to get your shot.
I'll give you a
5Ks
grand
on the
if
line.
I win. All right.
All right, I'll take it. All right, man, you're the man.
Look at that.
All right,
That's a true
you don't
friend.
have to. I appreciate it. I'll
That's a
take
true
it.
friend.
You got to put it on the
Yeah.
hogs. You'll win it all this year.
I
there
will.
you go.
I
There
will.
you go.
All right, we're going to take our first break. We'll be back with more Zone on the other side.
Lonely. Sometimes it's only me and the shadows that.
If you don't already have the Bet Saracen Sports Wager app, download it today from the app stores or go to BetSaracen.com. Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports betting app.
This is SportsCenter. Arkansas softball is on its way to the semifinals in the SEC tournament thanks to Reagan Kramer. Her grand slam in the 7th inning put the Hogs up 6-1 over the Tennessee Volunteers, and Arkansas now faces Oklahoma in the SEC semifinal coming up today. Arkansas baseball starts their series against the number 3 ranked LSU Tigers today. It's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday series. Start times for those games, 6:30 Friday night, 5:30 Saturday night, and then 3 o'clock Sunday. The games can be seen on SEC Network Plus. The Saturday and Sunday games will be on the SEC Network proper, and you can hear all 3 games right here on 103.7 The Buzz. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Willie D's Rock and Roll Piano Bar open every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Cold drinks and dueling pianos. Deep Nightclub downstairs hosts karaoke on Tuesdays and DJ spin on Friday and Saturday nights. Visit WillieD'sPianoBar.com.
Roger Scott for Gravely Moore is working hard once again, making sure my lawn is lush, weed-free, and beautiful. By working hard, I mean, of course, I'm watching Bradley Owens mow it for me. Bradley, tell the good folks hello.
Well, hello.
That's enough right there, my good man. Pay attention, you missed a spot. What he didn't tell you is that you can take your very own Gravely Moore home today at 0% interest over 48 months. That's right, 0% interest on both residential and commercial mowing. Now, Bradley, tell them where you can go get your very own Gravely mower.
Well,
I'll finish it for you at Chapel Hardware in Pine Bluff or Triple C Sales and Service in Conway.
Hey guys, it's Dee Dee from Ava Bella Day Spa, and Mother's Day is here. How about the Mellow Mama? $100 will get you a 30-minute massage and a 30-minute facial. Or you can do the Mom's Retreat. For $125, you get a 60-minute massage, 30-minute facial, and 15 minutes in our Himalayan salt infrared sauna. Double that for the Mom and Me. 2 massages, 2 facials, and 2 sauna sessions. And you can both be mellow. Visit us at avabelladayspa.com and click on gift certificates. Happy Mother's Day from Ava Bella Day Spa.
Summer starts now. Make memories that last in a brand new Silverado from Gwatney Chevrolet. Right now, get 0% financing plus $3,250 in customer incentives on all in-stock Silverados. And during Military Appreciation Month, Gwatney is proud to serve those who serve. Get $1,500 in military savings, $750 from Chevrolet, and $750 from us. Visit GwatneyChevrolet.com or stop by 1301 TP White Drive in Jacksonville to learn more. We'll see you soon. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. With approved credit. Restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Wes Moore. Coming up Friday on Out of Bounds, we'll get you set for the big 3-game series between Arkansas and LSU down in Baton Rouge. See if the Razorbacks can have back-to-back big series over top 5 teams. Steve Sullivan will stop by. We'll get his thoughts on that series. Also, the NBA playoffs. Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen joins us. Plus, Brian Edwards has some picks. All that and a whole lot more coming up Friday on Out of Bounds.
Justin Anker for my friends at Cash in downtown Little Rock. Lunch, dinner, special events, they've got you covered across the board. And not a lot of places can say that, but Cash can. And if you are planning a special event for the summer or the fall, now's the time to get on it. And certainly if you've got a holiday party that you want to get on the books, absolutely need to get that done today. 501-850-0265. You're not going to find a better spot for a special event. Upstairs, up to 150 people in that beautiful space, indoor and outdoor, overlooking the river market. And it comes with free valet parking. Whether you're there for a special event or for dinner or for lunch, Cash is here to help. Online at CashLittleRock.com, C-A-C-H-E, LittleRock.com. And I love the fact that they've got lots of different offerings when it comes to lunch. You can get some lighter offerings, salads, wraps, pizzas, and sandwiches. And then at dinner, if you want fine dining, a special place to take your special someone, Cash is the spot. But again, for special events, they've got the smaller room downstairs that holds about 30, up to 150 upstairs. It's a wonderful dining experience waiting for you at Cash in downtown Little Rock.
Welcome back in the zone. On the surface, the guys don't seem to have much in common, but there's one experience they all share.
What's more fun, catching a touchdown in the NFL or in college?
I didn't catch one in the NFL.
I wasn't going to bring that up, but how about making a big play?
It sure looked fun.
Don't worry about DJ. Justin and Christian have never found an NFL end zone either. Now, let's get back into the show.
In the time of chimpanzees, I was a monkey. Butane in my veins and mouth to cut the chuggy with the plastic eyeballs. Spray paint the vegetables, dog food skulls with the beefcake pantyhose. Kill the headlights and put it in neutral.
All right, welcome back as we are here at the Home for Hilling Golf Tournament. Before we get cranked up, I got to tell you, put this on your calendar if it's not on there already. Sunday, it's Mother's Day. Don't forget. And I'm going to try to help you out. If you are a last-minute shopper, I got you covered, and you need to make up for it. Head out to Jones & Son. My friend's got incredible deals going on right now. So many great financing options. I get it. When it comes to fine jewelry, you don't want the cheap stuff, Chris. You got the good stuff, and sometimes you need to budget a little bit. Cool thing about it is when it comes to the good stuff, if you want it, and you want the best price, you don't have to search further than Jones & Son. Why is that? Because they'll come in and they say, we got the best prices. But if you want to go out and shop, it's okay. They'll let you do it. They'll just wait for you to get back because they offer them there. And if for some reason you do find it, they got a best price match guarantee. You want to deal with people who have been dealing with the community for over 30 years, especially in the same location for 11121 Rodney Parham Road. The reason that is a thing is because they treat their people right. And also when it comes to the brands, I'm talking Vahan. I got my girlfriend a nice little Vahan piece of jewelry, and everybody's like, oh, my gosh, that's the real deal. That's the real deal. Only found at Jones & Son, all right? And once again, best prices at Jones & Son. Also want to tell you about their couture collection. Why is it so special? Because it can only be found at Jones & Son. It's their exclusive line. So if you want something that no one can really get their hands on, head on out, 11121 Rodney Parham Road. And don't even get me started on the diamonds. Best in town, fraction of the price. Go see Jacob the jeweler. Tell him DJ sent you. All right, let's get into it as we are lining up. Christian, I'm going to put this on the menu here at about 10:40 after we get out of our next break. We're going to be joined by Ben's Army. We ran a story. I remember reading this story about a kid who was in an unfortunate duck boating accident. This was in January, and unfortunately still in a coma, or he's still dealing with very traumatic brain injuries. We're going to get an update on where he is. Very unfortunate situation. And so cool thing about it is when his family needed to be close to him and they needed a spot to be put up and not have to worry about the financial burdens, they stayed at home for healing. And so we're going to talk about him and his army that's with him and camp that's with him as well to just talk about how awesome this deal is. We pulled up a little bit. We were talking about odds, who's had got a better shot at winning a national championship. I think Christian may have got that up for our question of the day. But I see Chris right now is up on Oaklawn Sports right now.
Just checking.
What's the odds for, where you at? You on College World Series?
So College World Series right now, Arkansas, according to Oaklawn, is the favorite to win the College World Series at plus 400.
I wonder how much that changed after Texas.
Yeah.
I got to ask that.
And the odds difference, by the way, LSU's currently second on there at plus 700. So there's your spread. And they're tied with Tennessee at plus 700 currently.
Okay. Softball. You said we don't do game by game.
That's
on
right.
softball, but I do believe they have the futures of who's going to win it all.
Where do you think Arkansas is listed? We know Oklahoma would be number one at plus 150, which is super low on a futures bet even this late in the season.
We are ranked number one in the country, but we were a fifth seed coming into this tournament. Oh, I would say Arkansas. How many teams are on there?
There are
at least 8.
Yeah, 8. That's
on
it.
the dot.
Well, there's out of the top 8. Where do you
Okay.
think they rank?
Let's go.
There's 41 total participants, but I mean,
Yeah,
we're in the
yeah,
top 8.
Yeah, we're top 8. Let's go. They're going to be sitting right in the middle of that 4th.
They're actually 7th best odds.
Oh, come on. Who else is ahead of us?
Tennessee.
We just beat them.
At plus 1,400. UCLA at plus 1,200. Texas A&M at plus 700. Florida at plus 600. Texas at plus 250. And then Oklahoma. So Arkansas and Florida State are tied at plus 1,500 for their odds.
I am oblivious to softball most of the time. Is the Arkansas or is the SEC softball tournament important? Or is it like the SEC baseball tournament that is not important
It's a lot
at
like
all?
baseball.
Okay.
It's a lot like baseball. It's, once again, when it comes to hosting and all that stuff, I heard it's where you're ranked nationally. That'll help you out. So it would be nice to win. It'll help you maybe with a better spot down the road. But from my understanding, it's a lot like the SEC baseball tournament.
Okay.
Not that big of a deal. But it seems like a big deal, right?
It would be a big deal if they could beat Oklahoma.
It would be.
Even if Oklahoma isn't trying as hard because they're already, solidified as the
they
top
try
team.
hard. What's their coach's name over there at Oklahoma? Don't they have ties with the Arkansas coach? I could be making that up.
Yeah, there is an Arkansas assistant is the son, I believe, of the Oklahoma head coach.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that coach is up there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Up there.
Really
up there.
good. This just in.
Did we have any return on our question of the day or any D3 Auto Sales text line, Christian?
D3 Auto Sales text line. Somebody said Arkansas baseball is kind of like the last few decades of Notre Dame. Yeah, a little bit. Breaking news, 501. I didn't check this, but it says Bree Ellis has been named SEC Player of the Year. I didn't check that, but maybe.
Checked and confirmed.
Okay, good.
Yeah, Chris was just showing me to break it real quick.
Oh, sorry. Stole your thunder.
No, not trying to break any news. No.
You can say FSU could be another similar team as Arkansas in baseball. Yeah, FSU in football. Although I would say they've had more down years than Arkansas baseball has recently, at least.
Has Florida State
sure.
never won a national
No, they
championship?
did. No,
they have.
Oh, yeah,
It's-
wait,
it's-
Winston.
They won one with
Yeah.
Jameis Winston
And in
just 10 years
99,
ago.
Bobby
yeah.
Bowden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
12 years ago now.
Yeah.
If that sounds great. Earlier today in the office, I was like, oh, it's just back in 2017. I was like, oh, my gosh, that was it.
Yeah.
Rolling.
Yeah.
This texter says Houston could be the equivalent of Arkansas in baseball. Yeah, Houston basketball has been good as of late, and it hasn't got over the hump yet. But I guess
Yeah, I think that's a good
historically,
comparison.
Houston's been really good. They just never won a national championship.
they were elite in the 80s.
Oh, they've never won a national championship?
No.
Wait. No, they had to have.
No, they didn't.
Houston hadn't?
They went back to back with the
No.
Hakeem Olajuwon and didn't win, or Hakeem Olajuwon then,
Not a blue chip program.
because they lost to
I don't wanna
NC State
hear
and then they lost to. Dang, I can't remember, but yeah, they should have won both, but they lost both.
See?
Yeah.
That's what people probably think about Arkansas baseball.
That's a good point. Yeah.
That is.
83 and 84 back to back.
Oh.
Lost. Okay.
One was NC State.
that's
What was
tough,
the other
that's
one?
tough.
Let me check.
I'm
on it.
Thank you. Let's see. That's about it for that. JW's on the line though. If you want to take his call before break.
Oh, my man. My God. JW hit us with a very interesting question. Not question. Well, I guess it was a question. He heard about some smoke that was going around about the Arkansas football program.
Smoke.
Of
There was some smoke yesterday
pretty
for the
much
Pope.
accepting. Yeah, we saw that too. He heard or he saw something on some websites that they're pretty much just accepting that football just won't ever really be it. So kind of take some attention and resources away from it and settle for mediocrity and focus a little bit more on Coach Callan's basketball team. I said, I don't know. And then apparently some coaches got wind of this, or assistants or grads, not actual position coaches, and they said they didn't want to be a part of a program like that and decided to leave. Now, we don't know where all this is coming from. John Neighbors kind of reposted this, and it kind of got things rolling. I did some digging. I really didn't find anything solid on this outside of making a phone call to one of the coaches themselves and say, hey, what's this about? I don't really know how we can kind of get a good grasp on that. We believe it'd be very difficult to think that Hunter Yurachek would not put more attention into the breadwinner at the University of Arkansas. Love basketball, love baseball, but your money, good or bad year, is coming from football.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not even close.
Well, just in the TV. I mean,
Yeah.
That's what it's in.
But
the TV deal is.
J-Dub, yeah, so sorry we couldn't get that figured out for you. You just wanted to talk more about that, or you got something else for us today?
Well, it's a little bit of everything here. So check this out. So somebody chimed in a little bit later on a different show and said it was on ESPN. They were talking about it on ESPN. I didn't see that part. But out of all people, you would have not have thought Rick Schaefer's the one that brought the OJW back yesterday. Dude, I am sick
Oh, no.
and freaking tired of these whiny-ass Arkansas Razorback fans that accept mediocrity with excuses. And here's why. We had to listen yesterday, well, we can't get the Jimmys and Joes. We can't get them up here to win games, so we got to get that fixed. Bull crap. Look at how many one-score possession games we've lost under Sam Pittman. So I'm not going to go back into that. But what I have a problem with is people calling in behind me saying, oh, you're an idiot, and hanging up. But they don't give me a reason why I'm an idiot. why don't you look at Sam Pittman's overall record and look at his overall record in the SEC? And then I asked the question, would Frank Broyles put up with that? And the answer was no. So let me ask you a question out there, Radio Land. Why are you okay with that? When is the pride going to get back up on the field to win some games? Why are we accepting Sam Pittman, good old boy, drinking beer, things of that nature crap? Why? We are always going to be behind. If you don't expect anything more out of your program, you don't expect anything to get better. And when somebody calls in with facts, with records, and one score loses games, I counted up 18 games last night. I went through the whole time that he's been here. 18 games. Now we asked, well, we can't get the players here because of the shape the program's in. Well, how many if we would have won those one-score games, okay, say half of those, what kind of shape would this program be in then? A lot better than it's in. So why in the hell are we putting up with Sam Pittman and the excuses? Where's the fans that say, hey, we want better? Where's this? Well, Sam might get it done in year 17, guys. We got to give them another year and 10 years. I'm sick of it, dude. The JW is back, baby. I've had it.
Oh, J-Dub, thanks for the phone call, and I'm glad you're back. And then I hope you catch Justin Acre on the right day because that's some of my favorite radio. But to stick to your point, SEC record, Sam Pittman. Are you able to see this? 5 years at Arkansas. Is this right? 30 and 31, 492 winning percentage.
Sounds about right. I would think maybe it would be
Spadis.
a little worse. Anyway.
Yeah, that's what I. Hold on here. What is this record at Arkansas? Yeah, 30 wins, 31 losses. I mean, I'm gonna keep it real with you, and I would say this to Coach Sam Pittman himself and every coach on staff: if you feel like only winning half of your games, or actually by that record, less than half of your games is okay, it's a joke. And I know this confidently, they would agree. If they don't agree and they just say, hey, we're trying the best with what we got and we feel pretty good about this product, this just isn't the league for that. I think that's built for someone else. I don't think Arkansas is in a position where they have to be okay with only being close to breaking even every year. That's just my personal opinion, and I may be biased. I've just seen, take last year, for instance, these close games. Something needs to be done as far as holding players accountable, having players being more coachable. I mean, too many times in those close games, Chris, I saw people in crunch time, defensive linemen, run through the A-gap untouched, okay? There's some things, I get it, with Jimmys and Joes and all that stuff. You can get these guys and that guys. That's something, in my opinion, is something that can be coached and corrected and can be in your control. It happens once, you may get a pass from me. It happened almost every single week. That's a problem. And so when you look at things like that in JW's defense, I think those can make some big differences and potentially win some of those close ball games. And so when I also heard, too, about you got to spend money for the offensive linemen, you don't have to spend money to make sure somebody knows what they're doing. And so rather it's them choosing not to hold themselves accountable or coaches making sure they can't relay the information to them. I do believe it is fixable. I will say this year, after watching practice, Carmona Jr., he's not going to play that stuff anymore. I stopped seeing coaches get onto players for making mistakes. I'm starting to see players get on players for making mistakes. Another guy we saw that happen to, Andrew Armstrong, last year at the Texas A&M game. They talked about it on the network. He went to Blackstock offensive lineman on the bench, and he's yelling at him, telling him to stop messing up. Some people said you can't do that. I'm over here like, thank God it's coming from within the team. So, J-Dub, hold on, my friend, all right? I think better days could be ahead.
Well, this is it, right? This is truly, I think, the season.
Oh,
the buyout's going to be low enough.
Yeah.
This is prove to me why you should get to play out the rest of your contract season. And I don't think 6-6 is going to do it.
And I've seen good coaches that can do everything in their power. They sometimes just don't have the resources to win. I'm okay with that. I am not okay with those mistakes I just said. I mean, that shouldn't be an issue within a football team. And so I think it matters how you lose. And some of those losses last year, in my opinion, were just unacceptable, not just from coaching, but from players as well. But a true coach will not point the finger at the players. It's their job to make sure that player knows what to do. And that's just what you sign up for, and it's part of it. I hope he can get it turned around, and I think he can get it turned around. But as you said, Chris,
this is it.
This is it.
This is it.
We're going to learn this year.
You either going to stay for a little longer or be gone.
That's it.
That's it.
All right, we're going to take a break on the other side. We're going to have our friends from Ben's Army is going to join us. A very impactful story that we will get a little bit later in the show. And we'll have some more stuff for you as soon as we come back from break. See you on the other side.
Motorcycle riders are just like you and me. They could be your neighbor, your friend, your doctor, or maybe the pastor in your local church. More motorcycles are on the road than ever before in Arkansas, and it's time we started looking out for them. Look back a second time before you make that turn, or before you pull out in an intersection. It might take 2 seconds, but it just might save a neighbor's life. Take 2 for Arkansas. It's worth it. Look twice for motorcycles. A message from the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
This is Justin Acree with some exciting news. UAMS Ortho Now is now open at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital, UAMS Health. If you have an orthopedic injury, sports, work, or anything else, walk in and get the best in orthopedic care. No appointment needed. Ortho Now is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. Conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. For more information, call 501-686-TOSH. That's 501-686-8674.
Here's comedian Howie Mandel for hands-free Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins.
Hey everybody, I'm holding a new Cozy Fit Skechers slip-in sneaker, and first of all, I barely know I'm holding it. It's that light. You see, Cozy Fit is a cool new sneaker where the upper is made of a soft quilted material. It's kind of like a little puffer jacket for your feet, except it looks like a super stylish sneaker.
Introducing new Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins, the latest comfort creation from Skechers, featuring Skechers' new Contour Foam, a soft, cushy footbed that shapes your foot when you walk, softening every step.
Best of all, they have slip-in technology so I can just step in and go with no bending down and no touching my shoes. Once I start walking, this is like Contour Foam is hugging my foot, and normally I don't like hugs, but when it's my Cozy Fit's doing it, I'm all in. Hug away, shoes. Hug away!
You can find Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear happens to be sold. Nice spot, Howie. Give me a hug. Give me a hug, baby.
Oh, I'm being hugged.
Have questions about retirement, investments, or your money? Call our financial hotline. Dial 501-381-5228 and leave a voicemail with your specific financial question, and our experts will answer it on the Get Ready for the Future show Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Get your financial questions answered by the pros. 501-381-5228. Call now. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice offered through Independent Advisor Alliance. Independent Advisor Alliance and Genwealth Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Roger Scott here. You guys know how much I love the great outdoors. I mean, I am the naked gardener after all, and there's nothing that I love more than my very own lawn and being outside. But let's be honest, when the mosquitoes attack, it can be a real buzzkill. However, a monthly mosquito barrier from my friends at Sanders Ground Essentials can keep those skeeters away, which keeps my deck party going. Call them today at 315-9395 or on the web at sandersground.com. Sanders Ground Essentials. Let's get growing.
If you're loving what you hear on The Zone, you should try our video stream on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, or Twitter, or X if you're a nerd. Now let's get back into The Zone.
What if I just can't discover? What if I'm just taking too long? Oh no, my vision is cluttered, stumbling on. What if I just quit tomorrow? What if I just tuck and run? If there ain't no land to follow, well, how will you know? What if I can't wait any longer, but I'm scared of letting it
All right, welcome back. We got a couple minutes before we get to our big break once again. We are at Burns Park for the Home for Healing Golf Tournament. Beautiful day. I see some people starting to pop a couple tops, having a good little drink. They got the barbecue going. Really good spot to be here with Chris Kane out here. And we are joined by, it's Corey Gray.
That's
right. Hanging out with us. And, Corey, you're here with us. Living in Monticello. It's the Boll Weevils, right? Is the college over there?
I think so.
And the Billies for the high school?
That's right.
I know my son on it. All right, and then, but you're product of Perigold. But you're joining us now here. You're here at the golf tournament. But when it comes to Home for Healing and the impact it's had on your life, you know firsthand exactly how it can help. You want to tell us about it?
Yeah, absolutely. So about 3 years ago, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. And it shocked me. I didn't even really know much about a prostate, to be honest with you. And with me being in Monticello, I really didn't know how I was going to work out treatments and all that. And the doctor got me in touch with Home for Healing. And so I worked for the Game and Fish, and so they allowed me to move my office temporarily to Little Rock. Okay. They were awesome to accommodate me during this time. And so I took treatments in Little Rock. It could work, and then I could stay at Home for Healing just right down Markle.
Awesome. What were you like before you got that diagnosis? Were you somebody who says, I'm fine, I don't need to go to the doctor, I don't need to do this? Is that where you were?
Yeah, I had actually went into my family doctor, and I hadn't seen him in like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, well, I got you. Let me get some blood. And he called me back and he said, your PSA's high. And I thought, what in the world is that, And then that sends you around to all sorts of doctors and uncomfortable situations. But you got to get your PSA checked. And it's not it's just a blood test, but it'll tell you so much. And I was able to find it early. So I was able to get the treatments, and so far so good.
Incredible.
You talked about the accommodations that, Game and Fish made. You were able to stay at Home for Healing, and you do all this. If Home for Healing wasn't there, what would your schedule look like?
Yeah, so that was a big decision. My wife and I were talking about, could I drive back and forth to Little Rock every day? It was a 2-hour drive, and how that was going to work out, and I had no clue Home for Healing was available. But they were just awesome because it gives you a place to go and rest. It gives you a place you can have a community there. There was other individuals there that was fighting prostate cancer the same as I was. And so it was just fantastic at no cost to me as well. And so it just really, I've never lived in Little Rock, so that was kind of a little bit different.
A little different than Monticello.
That's right.
Well, you were at the top end of the state. Now you're close to the bottom end of the state.
Right.
You were smack dab in the middle.
A lot of people's in Little Rock, too. A lot of people. Yeah.
Oh, man, that's awesome. You said you were at the Game and Fish. You wouldn't happen to know a guy named Wade Grayson, would you?
Oh, yeah. He's a wildlife officer in Boone County, or game warden now. In Boone County, I believe.
He was my college roommate.
Good.
And how y'all allowed him be in the Game of Fish blows my mind.
Now he's a warden.
I don't know what the background checks look like. I don't know.
No, I've worked with him a little bit. He's an awesome dude.
Because game warden's pretty high. I mean, that's
game wardens.
That's high.
I mean, they are superb individuals. I mean, I'm proud of them, and I'm thankful for them and all the things that they do. And all the employees of Game and Fish. I've been there 25 years.
Wow.
And I'm extremely loyal.
Yeah.
And but all the people that's out working, whether it's on fish hatcheries, wildlife management areas, in the offices, I'm proud of all of them.
How's that lake coming down there in Monticello?
Monticello, yeah. I think they're fixing to have to lower it some more.
Okay,
but,
okay. I know it's been a process.
So they put those Titan bass in there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be such an awesome thing.
You said a Titan bass?
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. Is it huge?
Out of Florida or something like that?
Yeah.
No, so this lake once upon a time was a premier lake,
it
right?
was the place to go.
Okay.
Down in Monticello.
And it's going to be brought back. They've got some great fisheries folks down there that are managing that place, and it's fixing to be a trophy. It'll be.
It's been dormant for a while. They had a lot of work that had to be done to it, I know, and now they're getting it back and ready to be elite again.
Yeah, our fisheries folks, they know what to do with a fish, and just let them go.
That's awesome. Well, I'm glad you are back to doing what you love. I'm glad Home for Healing was there for you in an extremely tough time. That's what today is about, and make sure you go to homeforhealing.org if you want to learn more about this incredible organization. Donate and help people out like Corey, who is going through a tough time. Take something so they don't have to worry about it.
It's actually, I mean, it was such a great blessing to me.
Yeah.
Lord was good.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank
All right,
y'all.
we're going to take a quick break. More Zone on the other side.
BKC Home Builders are the premier home builders, providing custom builds and remodels. No matter what size your dream is, BKC will walk you through all the phases, from house plans to landscaping, to make your custom home as beautiful as you imagine. The team at BKC will be with you through the entire process. If you're looking for commercial building or remodeling, BKC has your commercial needs covered as well. BKCHomebuilders.com or find them on Facebook. That's BKC Home Builders in Hot Springs.
Shipments of spring and summer fashions are arriving at Bell & Sword. That means swimwear from Saks, Peter Noir golf wear and shirts, Johnny O's store within a store. Be sure to check out the Faraday line and Martin Dingman shoes and leather goods. So hurry in for a great value on quality men's clothing at Bell & Sword for your spring and summer items, and you'll look fantastic. Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street in downtown Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
Chris Kane joins Morning Mayhem each Monday to mix it up with the guys. Chris Kane on Morning Mayhem is presented by Trader Bill's. Trader Bill's, your one-stop shop for all things lake.
Get your popcorn ready. We've got the entertainment right here on 103.7 The Buzz, KABZ Little Rock. Buzz News with KARK's Claire Kreitz.
The largest lake renovation in Arkansas Game and Fish Commission history is underway. Now they're diving even deeper. This week, AGFC began working on 30 miles of boat lanes. It's expected to take a few months to level and mark. AGFC says many boat lanes will remain consistent, but some will be hundreds of yards from where they were originally. They need to make sure the lanes have the least amount of stumps. Aquatic excavators are doing the groundwork, cutting trees and grinding those stumps down. The lake's 5-year renovation is on track to be complete in 2028. Arkansans for Improving Maternal Health published 2 new guides to support Arkansas mothers and their families. The agency created the Healthy Moms, Healthy Babies Guide and the Guide for New Expecting Moms. They help parents understand their rights, access care earlier, and learn how to advocate for themselves and their babies. The guides are free and can be found online. This is Claire Kreitz for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
We're expecting to be kind of a windy day, a northeast wind 15 to 20 miles per hour, partly cloudy with a 10% chance of a shower and a high of 72. Tonight, cooling down to 52 with a partly cloudy sky and a mostly cloudy Saturday with a high around 70. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Hello, folks. It's Frank Fletcher from the Fletcher Dodge store here in Sherwood. Folks, I have some big news. The employee pricing program is available now. Employee pricing means you pay what we pay. Everybody qualifies for employee pricing. You pay what we pay, period. Fletcher Dodge has discounts up to $14,000 and finance rates as low as 1.9% for 72 months. Folks, come in and get this employee pricing, plus 3.9% for 72 months just on Ram trucks. Also, we have some other great deals. We got brand new Wranglers up to $7,000 off of MSRP, and new Jeep Compasses for $379 a month with no money down. Also, folks, listen to this. Ram Heavy Duties discounted up to $10,000 off. Shop Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood before you buy anywhere else. Come see us in person on Warden Road in Sherwood or shop online at FletcherDeals.com.
If you're like a lot of people I know, you're spending a lot of time at home this year watching basketball and other sports, and your home's your happy place. You may be noticing, though, the scuffs and faded colors on your walls, and that can drive you crazy. That's where CertaPro can help with a paint refresh. They can make your experience worry-free, starting with a free estimate. They're always easy, and they get you a quote right away. Schedule your estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. And each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro painters.
years.
Hey now, if you're ready to step into the future of auto loans, Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union just dropped a summer auto loan special, and I'm telling you, it's a game changer. We're talking ultra-low rates as low as 1.99%, no payments for 90 days, and up to 84 months to finance. It's good on 2023, 24, and 25 models, or you can refinance what you're driving now. New car, new adventure, new savings. The future's looking real bright with Alcoa. They're serving 15 counties across Central Arkansas, so get started at alcoacommunityfcu.org.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to Hims.com/joy. HIMS.com/JOY.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
See Shelter Agent Paul Killingsworth in Cabot, Jonathan Stone in Lone Oak, or Stephen Reeser in Jacksonville today.
Arkansas is known for its beauty. Rolling hills, scenic fields and valleys, and beautiful rivers run through our state. We want to keep Arkansas beautiful, but we need your help. Do your part by not littering and by keeping your community clean. Register for a local cleanup or become a litter grabber to fight litter at your own pace. Your community needs you. Join us in keeping Arkansas beautiful. Visit keeparkansasbeautiful.com to learn more. This message brought to you by this station, the Arkansas Broadcasters Association, and the Keep Arkansas Beautiful Commission.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acree and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. Like, he doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Tops picking it up. Let's go.
Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status.
All right, welcome back. Second hour of the zone. I'm DJ Williams. You got the Wizard back in studio. Chris Kane joining in the zone.
Hello.
Last time I was hanging out with you, you just were unveiled as the new spokesperson for.
Oh yes, yes for
Reliance.
Yes, we were at the new location, which will be. I'll be there with y'all next Friday.
Okay, I saw your commercial.
Yeah,
with the phone.
Oh, yeah, and I told you, right?
Told me about it.
I told you.
A lot of takes.
10 to 15 takes. I forgot. I lost how many takes. It was by far the hardest part of the commercial.
So,
it was like, no, you're a little out of frame. You nope, yep, a little lower, a little higher. Nope.
Boom.
Oh, right there. There you go.
But you crushed it, though.
Thanks, buddy.
You know,
that was I hadn't seen myself on TV in a long time before that commercial. That was I hadn't really watched myself, and when I watched that myself, I went, okay, I got to stop eating for a while. So I've stopped eating almost fully. And,
nice.
Yes.
So
yeah, I eat those little. You know, you remember in that old Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse cartoon where he's slicing the bread super thin?
Oh,
that's
is that
what
you?
That's what I'm trying to eat these
Nice.
days. So like, I'll eat this cookie later, but
Okay.
and that barbecue looks amazing.
The new 2025 diet, Chris Kane. Just don't eat.
It's not even fasting. It's just not eating.
Yeah,
it's
don't eat.
just fully not eating.
Christian, so you know how you and Justin go on your
what'd they do again?
Fasting, where they just drink water?
Yeah. But how many days is that?
They did And
we did a 100-hour one day, so that was 4 days.
Yeah.
And then we did.
And then you did another one.
Yeah, and then we did a 72-hour one a couple weeks back.
And that was a walk in the park, right?
That wasn't
Let
too
me
bad.
Look.
Wasn't too bad.
So y'all talking about not eating and whatever fasting.
How much weight did you lose, Christian?
The 100-hour one lost about 10 pounds.
In 100 hours, you lost 10 pounds.
Pretty much. It was close.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow.
So I'm doing a juice cleanse. It gets here today. It's a 5-day juice cleanse. You ever done one of those? No. It's pretty. So there's like
no. My father-in-law's done them before.
Yeah.
Though. Yes. Yeah.
So what's that hours? That's
5 days.
5 days.
Oh, you're like
no,
100.
It's 120 hours.
Yeah.
120. There you go.
But you get different type of juices. They all come packaged and they're frozen. You put them in there and you set out the 6 you need for that day, and they break them up. Which ones you have for breakfast? This, and that. There's only really 2 I don't like. All the other ones aren't that bad. It's like celery and all that type of stuff. The beet juice. It's a tough one to get down.
Now, who was the pitcher, the Arkansas pitcher who drank beet juice, and that was
Kevin
like what
Copps.
powered him? Yeah, Copps. That's right.
That's why he would.
That's what he said it, I think, on this show even.
Okay.
Yeah, he was talking with
someone,
and he talked about beet juice being the secret because they're like, "What's your secret to being so good?" He was like, "Beet juice."
Well,
yeah, and then everybody
go
got
down
into beet juice.
easier.
Yeah, beet juice became a thing.
So I'm late
the
to
Copps
the party.
effect. Well, I mean, yeah,
It's all good.
but you're going to get on the beet. But you said that's the toughest one to get down.
It is.
Ooh.
It's taste wise.
Beet juice is
brutal?
it's bad.
Just bad, just straight up bad.
Okay. All right, let's get to our Red White Report.
The Red White Report is brought to you by Ortho Now, your walk-in solution for orthopedic care at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it. The big talker of the day, Razorbacks are in Baton Rouge. They take on the LSU Tigers. And when it comes to rankings, Arkansas is anywhere from the 7 different polls, maybe 5 different polls, anywhere ranked from 1 in the land to 7 in the land. LSU kind of in the same boat, ranked anywhere from 2 to 6. First pitch tonight. That's going to be on SEC Network Plus. I believe that first pitch is scheduled for 6:30. Zack, can he pull off somewhat of that performance? I guess, is it too much to ask for him to do it again, if not more? 8 innings pitched, 11 strikeouts, only giving up 2 hits and walking 2 batters, giving up no runs. That'd be very nice. We're going to see what happens as far as if he can give us something like that. Also, when it gets into softball, they did a great job knocking off Tennessee. Another grand slam. That's 2 grand slams.
Right.
In the SEC tournament. You know how many times that's been done in an SEC tournament for one team?
How many?
0. Arkansas making history. Wow. All right, getting hot at the right time. But they got a tall task as they take on the Sooners of Oklahoma.
Can't get discouraged if we lose the next one.
Can't get
no,
discouraged.
you just can't.
Maybe a little. No, we won't.
Not discouraged.
No,
disappointed, sure, but don't
discouraged.
feel like we're not going to go far in the tournament.
World's coming to it now. They'll be fine.
No.
Hopefully they are competitive. And once again, Christian said it earlier. He beat Chris right to the punch. Bree Ellis named the SEC Player of the Year. National Player of the Year, it's got to be her, right? I believe it's her and one other girl that are going to be up for National Player of the Year. I don't know exactly where she's from, but I've heard about this chick. Bree Ellis has my vote. What she's done, simply spectacular. Never been done in Arkansas softball history. Very excited for that. Christian, do you know any other things going on as far as Red Right related?
I can't say I do.
You know who might?
Tom Murphy.
Tom Murphy. Is he standing by?
He's on.
Oh, I knew it, Tom. Right on cue. So we're talking about baseball, talk about softball. We usually try to give a nice little update, everything going on up there in Arkansas. Have you heard about anything you want to kind of fill our listeners in?
Well, it sounded like you guys were all over it when I heard the intro that you had going right there. The softball team played Oklahoma much earlier in the year, and they had some pretty good games with them, but OU swept the series, so it's going to be a tough one today for sure.
I'll start off with this. You've been hearing any of this smoke about how do I say this? Christian, would you know a way to put this with the whole meteorocracy thing in our football program?
Yeah, there was some news outlet that reported, or I guess I could put that in quotes. It seemed like a quick clickbait article, but that some staffers have left because inside some higher ups in the Arkansas hierarchy have decided that football is not a priority anymore, and they're going to accept mediocrity in football and just focus on other sports. Now, to me, it just looked like a bunch of rumors and nothing was actually true about it. But have you heard anything on that, Tom?
Yeah, there's been a little bit of a firestorm on social media today regarding this, and I just cannot see that the Arkansas administration, like that would be the vibe that you would get. People leave for various reasons, but to say that the administration has decided they're going to settle for mediocrity, I don't think that doesn't have the ring of truth to it, because we know how much they value football and how important it is. Now, recruiting on the same levels as a lot of the competitors they have in the SEC, and spending money on recruiting and buying players, that's a different subject altogether, because they're just at a little bit of a disadvantage when it comes to that.
When it comes to buying players, I'm not sure how it all works. I'm assuming we have our NIL fund edge. Will they have to make a decision where they want to spend more of that money? Do you think they say, all right, let's spend more of it with basketball because we may have a better shot at winning a national championship with giving big money to a select few players? Or do they try to keep those funds separate? Is there like a football account and a basketball account? I'm not really sure how it works.
The thing with revenue sharing expected to kick in if everything goes as people think it will, and revenue sharing hits on July the 1st, then each individual athletic department will have to decide. And I've heard rumors out there, not about Arkansas, but other schools, that, you know, that there are certain sports that are just going to have to raise their own money for just regular NIL, and that the bulk of revenue sharing, a huge chunk's going to go to football, and then there's some men's basketball and, you know, baseball and a couple of other women's sports and stuff. But if you start giving a ton of money to tennis players and, you know, soccer and all that, well, they're not generating the same revenue. So it's a tough decision. But, hey, you know, 8 years ago, athletes weren't being paid except, you know, illegally. So, you know, I would expect it to be about the same at Arkansas, that a very huge chunk of revenue sharing is going to go to football. And then, you know, men's basketball will get a chunk, and then it'll go down from there.
We had a caller come in and kind of was very passionate about it seeming like fans are starting to accept being mediocre as a football team. And he was talking, you know, about Coach Pittman. And he said, you know, days of old, let's say Frank Burles, wouldn't have, I guess, for lack of a better term, tolerated after 5 years being just under 500. I believe Coach Pittman's record is 30-31. Is this the year where if it's another break even, do you expect something to change? And like I said, Tom, you've been covering the game for a long time, and specifically Arkansas sports. I've been a part of it. A lot of people have been a part of it, and this has nothing to do with Sam Pittman as the person. And I would expect Sam Pittman to also think the same thing of saying 30-31 is just ain't going to cut it. He has to believe that, in my opinion, for him to be an SEC caliber coach. Because I believe if he thinks that's a good job and gives excuses for it, I think that's a problem. Do you think if we go 6-6 again this year, this will be Sam Pittman's last year?
Well, speculative question, and I would not feel safe if I was Sam Pittman at 6-6. But the schedule is so difficult. I mean, the Notre Dame game at home, you think, well, we should go 4-0 in non-conference. They should have last year against Oklahoma State, but it's a difficult game. And I think, to me, the real crisis point for Sam Pittman came a couple of years ago when they lost so badly to Auburn, and there was a lot of, you know, rumors the next day that it was going to happen. But I think at that point, Hunter Yurchek was looking at the big picture about the way NIL money was going and how costly it would be to buy Sam Pittman and the entire staff to pay that buyout, and then bring in another coach. And you don't want to fall into this churn. And I mean, he said those words. We don't want to be on this, every 4 or 5 years we're just recycling coaches. So he got another chance. They had a winning record last year. If they beat Oklahoma State, it could have been 8 wins. Fans might have felt slightly different because it was a game they should have won. But to answer your question, if he goes 6-6, I would not feel safe. And again, the nature of how they get to 6-6 will be a question, and what they think of the future, like recruiting, what the student athletes think, how well the program is being managed, because the finances are bigger than ever before, and that's what Hunter Yurachek was thinking about 2 years ago as well.
What do you think Arkansas fans should be happy with? I think sometimes expectations, depending on the Razorback fan, may be a little too high.
There's no right answer.
Some a little
right?
too low. I just don't know. What should a Razorback fan, when it comes to this football program in the conference that we're in, what should be a realistic expectation of, okay, each year we should get 7 wins? Is it 8 wins? Is it 9 wins? I will even admit, every once in a while, 9 and 10 would be awesome. Now, every single year, just based off where we are and what we deal with each and every year, I feel like that's a little hot. J-Dub, don't yell at me. Don't yell at me, JW. I know you want us to win 10 games every year, but what do you think, Tom, when it comes to expectations as a Razorback fan as far as W's in that win column?
Well, we have 33 years of historical data with Arkansas and the SEC, and you look at the number of times they finished in the upper corner of the conference, and it hasn't been a great number. They've shared 3, or they've won or shared 3 SEC West titles, and now they're no longer divisions, so that's not even a thing that will get talked about in the future. But there are so many programs that spend more, that have a better historic record. When you think Alabama and Texas, they're at the very top all time, and so you're competing against these teams. Up to 10 wins in 11, as you guys did in 2010 and 2011. That's wonderful. Will it happen again soon? It's hard to say. But if you look at what the recruiting rankings are, and you look at the player acquisitions from the portal just this year, Arkansas don't stack up. So they're having to upset people. You look at the schedule. The road games are so difficult this year. You have to upset people to achieve a winning record in conference play. So expectation, if you go 7-5, that's a pretty solid year. If you win 8 or more, you probably upset 2 people, and maybe you beat Notre Dame. To me, that would be a pretty dang successful year. So I think Hunter Yurachek works in reality. He knows what the schedule's like. He knows what the spending, expenses, and revenues and player pay looks like. I don't think they, want to. I don't think the program wants to be mired in mediocrity. But you have to do something above and beyond to get to 8 or 9 wins, and the ball on whether this team can achieve that. But what fans should expect, go with what Coach Sam Pittman said: a team that's going to be, strong, and he believes in them, and so you give them a puncher's chance to win some of these tough games, and they really got to do well at home. I mean, you've got to beat Mississippi State, Auburn, Missouri. You've got to win all those home games.
Tom, is it fair if I say, I sometimes when I look at expectations, I look at it like as if I'm a player, and we all do this. We look at the schedule at the beginning of the year, and then we go through the teams, and we all say, oh, that's a win. Oh, that's a win. That's a win. I would feel like most SEC teams, when they look at their schedule, when they see that Razorback, they probably all say, oh, that's a win. But I never said that when Alabama was on the schedule.
Did you ever say –
Wait,
let me ask you this. What teams – now, you're far enough removed now. You can say it. Did you ever look at the schedule and go, ooh.
Bama.
Every time.
Oh, yeah, every time.
It
was
time.
just like –
and it was every year.
It wasn't we're not going to win. It was, well, that's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, okay. All right. So still enough belief, but like,
yeah.
ooh.
Even LSU was like, we got to show up.
Yeah.
We got to show up on that one. But then we would have some like, oh yeah, that's a dub, but I feel like
Mississippi State,
easy win, yeah. But I feel like guaranteed win. But no, so when I look at that, Tom, who would you compare us to if you were able to step outside of the Arkansas bias, which I am, and I'm assuming you are a bit as well. I think of like a Kentucky. Kentucky's had some success as of late. And I think if they fell off and went back to winning, 5 games a year, no one else would really think anything about it. They would just say, oh, that's just Kentucky. Kentucky fans may be like, whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on? We want to get back on track. Is that us and we just are in denial?
Well, Arkansas in the Southwest Conference, before you got into the picture, was near the very top with Texas every year.
Okay.
The Aggies would rise up. So expectations have changed in the SEC, and Kentucky in recent vintage under Mark Stoops, I think it's a good comparison. To me, South Carolina, the team Arkansas came into the league with, they cycled up with Steve Spurrier. They've had a few good years, but overall, I would think Arkansas's record is better than South Carolina's by a little bit. Arkansas is historically a better traditional football program than Ole Miss, but the last 3-4 years, Ole Miss has cycled up, and they've been a better program. So, various schools you could draw comparisons to, but to me, it's all about finding the right combination of coach, key players like quarterback, and a few key defenders that will you to win. Where you cycle up like your guys did under Bobby Petrino with Ryan Mallett and then Tyler Wilson at quarterback in 2010 and 2011. Now that's been 13, 14 years now. Arkansas fans would like to see another cycle up, but so many factors have to fall into place.
Tom, anything you're working on at the moment that we need to be paying attention to?
Well, I'm covering the game from down at LSU tonight remotely. Should be a great series. Arkansas within 2 games of Texas now after sweeping them, so a little bit more renewed hope and a little bit better thought that they would host a regional and possibly be a top 8 seed and host a super regional if it comes to that. But you don't want to get swept down there in Baton Rouge. Arkansas has been really good at avoiding that. So getting a win today or tomorrow would be really key on, trying to stay in that sweep range.
Yeah, right now on Oaklawn, if you were to look at it as it sits today, the favorite to win the College World Series in baseball, they got Arkansas at the top of that list. You feel good about that?
Wow. I think they showed last weekend that when the hitting's right, they can take good pitching staff and do some damage. The fact that Gage Wood came back as strong as he did, his fastball averaged around 96, 97, was a huge deal. And now they get Parker Coyle back, while they also might be losing some guys like Carson Wiggins. I don't know. I think Texas still has a really nice formula, but I think those odds are reflective of the quality of the team right now, and then Dave Van Horn and the job he's done historically to get into the College World Series. Now, if we're talking about recency bias, the last 2 years Arkansas fans are disappointed. They had home regionals and they didn't get out of them. So we'll see. It's just a figure. It's just betting odds.
Yep. Tom, appreciate it as always. Hope you're doing well. Always appreciate and enjoy when you join us here on The Zone. Justin will be back next week. I'm sure he'll tell us all about his trip down in Cancun. He's been there all week long, so I know he is I would say he's excited to get back. He'd probably do another week if he could.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Tom, thanks so much, man. Have a good one.
Y'all have a good weekend. See ya.
All right. That's Tom Murphy. Thanks to our Jim's Razorback Pizza hotline. What do you think that wow meant? Like, wow, I agree, or was it like
no? It didn't have the tone. Wow. It didn't have the tone of agreement. It had a tone of wow. Which we'll ask Zack Gillham this when he joins. It's like, Zack.
Now, if he says wow,
it's like that line in the movie. That's bait. That's what it feels like right now. Zack, are you trying to bait us into this? Or you say, oh, man, those odds. Come on, let's go.
What's that movie when somebody said something and somebody said, How do you – give me a second. I'll talk about it on the side.
All right.
All right, we'll be right back. More Zone. We're here at Burns Park, home for Healing Golf Tournament.
Morning Mayhem wants to know, is it fact or is it crap? Listen each week for your chance to play, presented by the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas, your local energy partners.
This is Sports Center.
Arkansas softball got another big win yesterday. This one over fourth-seeded Tennessee, 6-1. Another day, another grand slam for the softball team. This one came off the bat of Reagan Kramer, who hit it in the sixth inning. Arkansas now advances to the semifinals of the SEC tournament, where they'll face the number 1 seed Oklahoma today at 3 o'clock. That game can be seen on ESPN2. Arkansas baseball gets their 3-game series against LSU started tonight at 6:30. Tomorrow's game will be at 5:30, and then Sunday's game will be at 3. Coverage for the first one will be on SEC Network Plus, while the final 2 will be on SEC Network. Radio coverage for all 3 can be heard on The Buzz. And the Arkansas Travelers will face the Springfield Cardinals tonight at Dickey Stevens Park. First pitch is set for 7:05. Radio coverage can be heard on 106.7 Buzz 2. I'm Christian Weaver with The Buzz Radio Network. Listen for Champs and Chumps on Fridays during The Zone. Brought to you by Ouachita Bar and Grill on Central Avenue in Hot Springs and BKC Home Builders, building premier homes in Hot Springs.
Looking for burgers, barbecue, beer, bourbon, ball games, and brunch? Look no further than Ouachita Bar and Grill, 915 Central Avenue in beautiful downtown Hot Springs. Ouachita Bar and Grill, family and pet friendly, with indoor and outdoor seating available. Bingo Bango Brunch, served on Sundays from 11 till 3. With live music Thursday through Saturday. Take a look on Facebook to see what events they've got going on this week. And join the fun at Ouachita Bar and Grill, Central Avenue, downtown Hot Springs.
Jim's Razorback Pizza is the place to visit when craving some delicious, authentic pizza. They're known for amazing thin crust pies and the best Detroit-style deep dish pizza in town. You can also order freshly baked pasta or wings, along with specialty baked sandwiches, fries, and signature salads. If you're looking for a great place to watch the game and the most accommodating service around, they'll save you a seat at Jim's Razorback Pizza in Little Rock and Morgan Maumelle.
Summer starts now. Make memories that last in a brand new Silverado from Gwatney Chevrolet. Right now, get 0% financing plus $3,250 in customer incentives on all in-stock Silverados. And during Military Appreciation Month, Gwatney is proud to serve those who serve. Get $1,500 in military savings, $750 from Chevrolet, and $750 from us. Visit GwatneyChevrolet.com or stop by 1301 TP White Drive in Jacksonville to learn more. We'll see you soon. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. With approved credit. Restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can. Only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 plus. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
You're back in the zone. You know, these days we try our best to be PC and appropriate. But every once in a while, we still slip up.
And this woman, as I told you earlier, is back on the market.
Oh, Dolly Parton.
Oh, my God.
That's what you said.
I can't believe you said that.
That's what you said.
Her husband died. That is awful. What is wrong with you?
Here's to the guys who are trying to do their best today. Now, it's time to learn the biggest lines of the weekend. It's Better Bets with Oaklawn's Director of Sports Wagering, Zack Gillham. Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app.
All right, welcome back. So it's a beautiful day out here with Chris Kane. We got the Wizard back in studio. Zack Gillham joining us. Zack, so we already pulled up our handy-dandy Oaklawn app, our sports app, and we're looking at some odds. And we asked Tom Murphy what he thought about Oaklawn right now having Arkansas as the favorite to win the College World Series, and he said, wow. What do you?
Not a confident wow
Yeah.
either.
What do
Zach.
you think? Yeah. Where are you at on that? What kind of wow is it for you? Like a wow, yeah, we know, or
wow,
yeah. Where we at?
Yeah, no, it's we've had them up near the favorites for almost a year. You know, they've drifted up at times, been close to 10-1, got back down to 7-1, 5-1, and now after that sweep of Texas, they are the 4-1 favorites. And it's not just here; it's nationwide. They are the favorite. Odds might vary; they might go anywhere from 4-1, 5-1. But Arkansas has moved up to the top in almost all the betting markets.
Okay, so that's now it goes from wow
to oh wow, nice,
wow.
Okay,
I like that. The tone has changed. I guess that's one of those things. Zach, people want to also know what do national odds look like occasionally, just to back check on. Well, Arkansas sports books. Is there any are we looking a little differently over here? But obviously not. If the national sentiment is very similar.
Yeah, and that's a great point, because there are times where you are going to see the national odds maybe be a little longer on Arkansas, and especially if it's a market that we've had posted for quite some time. So college basketball is a good example. We had that market posted before the championship was even played for the next year. And that market won't come off the board. Other books will take it down quite often, only put it up for a day or two, then take it back down. That stays up. The odds will adjust as the season goes on, or even before the season starts. But that said, the odds typically are going to open at what the national odds are, and then just like any sports book, based on the action, based on the risk, things will adjust accordingly.
All right, let's talk about this weekend. Arkansas at LSU. Arkansas coming off that big sweep. What are people looking at when they get on the app, and what can they expect?
Yeah, so we're talking about them being the favorite to win it all, but they're not a favorite in the game tonight. They opened about -110, but they've dropped to now even money. So Arkansas even money in this one. LSU about -125. The total runs at 10.5 is the current total.
Okay, and another thing too. Speaking of just current sports happening right now, the softball team. While you don't do game odds on futures odds, they're currently plus 1,500. How much did those move, like we were just talking about with the baseball team? What's the fluctuation been with the Arkansas softball team this year, if any?
Yeah, so they stayed pretty steady, kind of just on the right around that top 25. But in the last few weeks, they've really dropped quite a bit. They were 25-1 2 weeks ago, and then dropped to 15-1 about last week, and that's where they still remain. So 15-1. To win it all. Oklahoma is your favorite at plus 150, Texas at plus 250, but Arkansas comes in right at about the seventh choice, or co-seventh choice with a few other teams.
Very nice. All right, what else is happening on the sports book that we need to keep our minds on? I mean, no F1 this weekend, Zach, so you and I won't be DMing each other trying to figure out if the play is to take Max at plus odds, which I can't not help but take these days. But what else is happening outside of that world?
Yeah, last week I was dead set I was going to take Piastri, but I just couldn't do it. I was too scared. I was like, Max has pole. It's going to be tough to beat him. But, Piastri pulled it off. McLarens are, as you know, very fast right now, and he's driving great. But we have another week till we dive into that, so I will save the airwaves for other things. Major League Baseball obviously underway. NBA, we're in the playoffs. NHL, we're in the playoffs. There's been some great series. I think people are pretty shocked right now to see the Pacers up 2-0 against the Cavs. Game tonight right now, the Cavaliers 5.5-point favorites in that matchup.
Hey, Zach, I'm going to be a little crazy, and Phil, you know what? Boston will turn it around, right?
Surely.
They'll go
Surely.
They'll go to the Garden and do a little something crazy. If I were to put a little something on Celtics down 2-0 right now, what would that look like?
Yeah, so looking at the series odds, it's actually being down 2-0. It's quite phenomenal. It's still pretty much a pick 'em. The Knicks -110, the Celtics -110 to win this series. You do have series props available in terms of spread, total games played. Buzzer beater is still on the board, so if you think there's a buzzer beater within the series, 16-1 on that one. But to your point, DJ, I think these future markets, whether you're looking at the series or the futures themselves, are very interesting right now, giving some of the standings in these series. The Celtics, for instance, are still favored to win the East. They're plus 160. The Knicks are at 275, up 2 games.
Isn't that wild? You're down 0-2, lost both your home games, and you're still favored
This
to come
was
out
like,
of the East.
remember when they played Miami a couple of years ago? Wasn't this the same situation
With
with Boston and Miami a couple of years ago, where Miami was charging towards the finals that year? Boston went down like 0-3 in the series, and they were still somehow favored to win it based on some metric. That was just 2 years ago?
Yeah, Miami went up 3-0 in that series, and Boston came back and forced a Game 7, but ended up losing. It would have been the first 3-0 comeback in NBA history.
That's it.
Yeah, what a choke job.
Yeah, I mean, same thing, I guess, really with the other Eastern series that are still going. I mean, the Cavs and the Pacers. Cavs at plus 300 to win the East. The Pacers, your long shot at plus 350 up 2-0 in the series.
All right, go ahead.
Well, I've got to talk NHL since I got Zach
Okay,
on.
let's
So
get
we
it.
got NHL. So last night, Vegas goes down, or Edmonton goes up 2-0 on the Knights. Washington and Carolina are now tied. And then tonight you got the Leafs at the Panthers. And I've been, on the morning show, I've been saying, hey, regionally, and especially if you're a Dallas Metro fan of the Stars, or not the Stars, the Cowboys, the Rangers, and the Mavericks, you need to latch onto the Stars bandwagon because they are a team to follow, and they have been consistently good over the last several years. They're at Winnipeg tonight. So what about NHL odds to maybe latch onto? Do you see anything that's appetizing on that end?
Yeah, and to your point, I mean, hockey, if you have not really watched much hockey in your life, do yourself a favor tonight if you don't have anything going on and sit down and watch this because it is a great sport, even more fun to go to. So to your point, Dallas being a regional draw, if you're a Cowboys fan, Mavericks fan, this should be your hockey team. You need to dive in. They're great right now. They are underdogs in this game, but as you said, they're off to a good start so far in the playoffs. The Panthers are a favorite in the early game, so they're taking on the Maple Leafs. They're minus 245 on that money line. And then the Stars, a slight dog in the late game. The Jets are minus 134, Stars at plus 110. And the fun thing with NBA and NHL, we talk a lot about it with NFL and some college football, but there are hundreds of markets. In fact, 365 right now, different wagers available for this Stars game. So you're going to have player props, goal scoring, multiplayer, player scoring multiple goals, player assist, shots on goal. There's a lot that you can do here, just like with basketball, points, rebounds, assists, triple-double. So there's a lot to dive in outside of just the game.
That we're going through it right now. It is incredible the amount of DJs I just got one. It's like an insane amount of bets that could be made on a single game. That's amazing.
Hockey's the way to go, huh?
Yeah, that's it. Hey, you know what hockey is? It's great for chasing.
Is that what it is?
Well, it's like, man, I've had a bad night. I'll be chasing Dallas late
all night. Yeah. That's how I've gotten to weird table tennis overseas. You talk about
chasing.
Oh man, it's entertaining too. I'm locked in.
Yeah, usually college football season, you're always chasing Hawaii. Go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead,
that
Zach.
table tennis, that's a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun to get down on. To your point, DJ, it's almost 24 hours a day, but especially late at night if you're like me, a night owl looking for something to follow or watch. It is active. It's there. There's some other fun things coming up in the next few weeks we can mention. For instance, Caitlin Clark, WNBA is close to getting the regular season underway. There's some Caitlin Clark specials that are on the board. Paige has some specials on the board as well for her rookie season, so you can dive into those. For example, will Caitlin break the WNBA scoring record, needs at least 54 points. That's pretty tough to do, 9-1. But you also have average 3 points made per game. You have number of triple-doubles recorded during the season. That's at 4.5. Number of three-pointers made in a single game, the highest for the whole season, 8.5. So there's some fun things on the board you can dive into as we lead into the WNBA season. PGA Championship for golf, so the second major of the year is next week. McIlroy, fresh off that green jacket win, going to a course he's won out multiple times, so it's no shocker he's your 4-1 favorite for the PGA Championship.
54 points? That's tough. Did she even get that at Iowa? I don't know. That's a lot. I'm going to stay away from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put some other stuff. All right, Zach, we've been dying to know. F1, what do we got?
No, you stepped away.
Did I miss it?
Yeah, no.
No.
You didn't miss anything. Zach, go ahead and tell me what you told me, and I think you did the right thing here.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. So with F1 right now, there's a race coming up in the following week. So they're taking a little break as they go back over to Italy for this next one. But it's really been the best season since I've been following Formula One. You have multiple cars winning, multiple drivers winning. Obviously, Piastri, McLaren look like they're the class of the field, but that can change at any time because all these guys are very good. It's great. I love F1. If you haven't got into it, check out the Drive to Survive. That'll help get you a little more interested. But we have UFC 315 tomorrow as well. If you're a UFC fan, this is a great card. You have multiple championship fights, some other top fighters on the card as well. So don't forget that is on the board and available for wagering.
If people want to see what we're seeing, walk them through the process, the very easy process to sign up for the Oaklawn Sports app.
Yeah, so Oaklawn Sports is the app you're looking for. It's the best sports betting app in the state. It's available in the Apple Store, Google Play Store. New users can get up to $1,000 in bonus bets. No promo code needed. It's very easy. Just sign up, make your first deposit, and you are active in that offer. All the details on oaklawnsports.com.
Also, is Apple phone, Android, doesn't matter?
Either one. So you can either get the app in the Apple Play iOS store or the Google Play store. So both of those have native apps for that operating system, and they work great. Face ID is available. Really, really just seamless, very easy to find what you're looking for.
I like it. Just real quick, do you think in the future it'd be good to put I saw they were treating who the new pope was going to be like the NFL draft. Have you seen this stuff? Stuff's insane.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw some offshore action on that as well.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
insane.
Hey, DJ, some places overseas they take bets on like reality TV. So it's we're a little more regulated here. We like to really pay attention to what we're taking bets on.
I get down with that. I just need Pope when he comes in town. Help me. What's his name again? Pope.
I got excited when I heard he was from Chicago.
Leo the 14th, isn't it, or something like that?
I was thinking,
when he
I was thinking he might be a Cubs fan, but it turns out he's a White Sox fan. So I don't know
he's
that I
a
can
White
get
Sox
down with
fan.
it.
Yeah, but when he comes into town back to Chicago, I'm assuming he'll come in Chicago at some point.
Yeah,
you would expect that. I'm gonna need a classic Bulls intro song. Have to, right?
Yeah.
And I need Michael Jordan to deliver it. You know what I mean? How awesome would that be? Villanova grad. Chicago
Speaking
native.
of championships, yeah, Villanova.
Yeah,
he got him at Villanova with that alma mater.
That's pretty cool right there. Zach, we appreciate you as always. You have a good one. Justin will rejoin the zone, I think, next week. And so we'll see you then, man.
Absolutely. You guys have a great weekend.
All right, Zach. Zach Gillham, once again joining us from the Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline. We are here at Burns Park, a beautiful day. Couldn't ask for any better weather. So, my colleagues, you know what they told me earlier this week?
What?
Oh, it's going to be raining all week. It's going to be raining all week. Still love them, though.
I heard that, too.
You heard that? Oh!
I canceled an outing yesterday with some friends because of it. And guess what? It was beautiful.
Nice day.
Yeah.
Those clouds are crazy.
You know what they do? This is what they do. I told you, Kobe, this years ago. I said, you just put 20% on there when you don't know.
That's it.
Because 20%, if it rains, you go,
I told you so.
It's all in tone. It's 20%. If it doesn't rain, it's like, it's only 20%.
True.
So it's all in the tone of how you say it. And on days like this, look at that. They're like, oh, yeah, could have some spot-up showers. Yeah, 20% is I'm covering my behind. That's what they do.
Down with that.
Every time you see 20%, just know they don't know.
Is this the greatest intro song of all
Absolutely.
time?
Chills every time.
Anything else come close
to
it?
And I think because it's associated with greatness.
Yes.
So
you saying Michael made this?
Michael, it's a combo. It's like Michael needed Scotty, and this song needed Michael and Scotty.
Fair.
And because of them, this song is now great. But
I like it.
This song also.
Who was the announcer on this? Do you know, Christian?
I don't know. I just know that this is the Alan Parsons Project. It's the group that does the song. It was a song before the Bulls. They used it.
Who says, and now
no
North
idea.
Carolina.
Ray Clay was the primary public address announcer for the Bulls during their dynasty of 1991 to 1998.
He crushed that
Ray
intro.
Clay, a legend.
All right. Quick break. On the other side, we got Ben's Army. We're going to be joined by Matthew to talk about amazing things once again going on with Home for Hill. And we'll be right back with more Zone.
Crawfish season is finally back at Eat My Catfish. We've got fresh, live crawfish, and all you have to do is just add the fixins. Be sure to come see us or order online at eatmycatfish.com. Eat local, eat fresh, Eat My Catfish.
Lion Legal is having their quarterly free legal clinic Saturday, May 17th at the Lehman Library in North Little Rock from 9:30 in the morning till 12:30 in the afternoon. Servicing the community they love, Lion Legal provides 4 legal clinics per year to help you with common life issues, divorce and custody, sealing criminal records, debt defense, consumer protection, real estate issues, and simple wills and POAs. Please bring all relevant information and documents to the Lehman Library Saturday, May 17th for Lion Legal's free legal clinic.
Hey guys, it's Dee Dee from Ava Bella Day Spa, and Mother's Day is here. How about the Mellow Mama? $100 will get you a 30-minute massage and a 30-minute facial. Or you can do the Mom's Retreat. For $125, you get a 60-minute massage, 30-minute facial, and 15 minutes in our Himalayan salt infrared sauna. Double that for the Mom and Me. 2 massages, 2 facials, and 2 sauna sessions. And you can both be mellow. Visit us at avabelladayspa.com and click on gift certificates. Happy Mother's Day from Ava Bella Day Spa.
This is Chris Roberts with Southern Bank. We see people seizing opportunities, building communities, and achieving their dreams right in their hometowns. That's why we provide services, resources, and tools that help you accomplish what you want, where you want. Whether you're starting out, starting over, or starting something new, we have account options designed to work for you and your goals. At Southern Bank, we know where you're coming from because we're from here too. To start your relationship with Southern Bank, visit one of our local branches or online at bankwithsouthern.com. Member FDIC.
Heartland Rehabilitation and Care Center in Benton proudly offers compassionate and loving care to our veterans, meeting the unique needs of every veteran who calls Heartland home. Visit heartlandrehabcenter.com.
The leader in sportsbook apps in the state of Arkansas, Bet Saracen, has a club you might want to consider joining. It's the perfect offer for you if you like to play parlays. Head over to the Bet Saracen app, opt in, and get all the details on how to earn bonus cash with the Parlay Bonus Club. It's active through June, and it could be the key to stacks of sportsbook bonus cash. The Parlay Bonus Club on the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, it's Randy Rainwater from Drive Time Sports, and Friday, Rick Schaefer and I are going to put in 3 hours of radio into a 2-hour show. Razorbacks take on LSU. Pregame starts at 6 p.m. So we'll have Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen. OME, better known as Marcus Elliott. Bart Reed, thanks to Martin Orthopedics. And we go around the horn and over the fence with Kevin Bohannon, thanks to Fence Brokers and Chris Walker. See you Friday on 103.7 The Buzz.
It's Justin Acri for Gwatney Chevrolet. My friends in Jacksonville are standing by and ready to serve you. Same thing they've been doing since 1957. If you were looking for a car dealership that will take great care of you, give you great deals, handle your trade-in, and give you a great dollar amount for that, there's one place to go. Head north from the capital city, get off the James Street exit, and you are in business with my friends at Gwatney Chevrolet. This will be a business deal indeed, but they will treat you like family. That's why they've been such a great dealership for so long, and that's why people come back again and again. You can call them at 501-982-2102. You can see their inventory, all of it, online at GwatneyChevrolet.com. So if you want to peruse what they have to offer before you head out there to make the buying process a little more efficient, by golly, do it. But you're going to have a great experience. You're going to want to hang out there all day because you're going to get great service during the sale and after the sale. It's a family-friendly, helpful, no-pressure environment. They want you to come in, feel great about the experience, and drive off with a great car and a great experience. Gwatney Chevrolet is the dealership you want to do business with again and again. So head to Jacksonville and see our friends out on TP White Drive. Gwatney Chevrolet, driving trust every mile.
You're back in the zone. You want to get into the show but too busy to call? Message us on our live fan feedback or text us on our text line at 501-661-1037.
There ain't no man can't save me. There ain't no man can enslave me. Ain't no man that can change the shape my soul is in.
All right, welcome back in. Before we wrap up and get to our last hour of the zone, we are joined by a special guest. We have Matthew here. And I'll say with Ben's Army. So I remember this. This was January 25th. I could be right or wrong on the date, somewhere around there. A very unfortunate situation that happened at the beginning of the year with your friend, Ben. There was an unfortunate boating accident, and something that maybe seemed a normal day. Never would expect this. It's now leading to months and months later, Ben still dealing with a traumatic brain injury. Do you want to fill people in on the details?
So this accident happened on January 10th around 9 a.m. I was out hunting, and I got the call around 10 that he had been hurt, and nobody really knew the extent of the accident or how bad it was. And what I thought was, because it had been snowing all day and it was freezing cold, and I thought he had slipped on the ice and like fell down and went unconscious or something. And I didn't know until we got to UAMS how bad it was. And he was in a 2-hour surgery, craniotomy. And when he showed up, there was only one doctor that wanted to take a chance on him, and she did the emergency craniotomy, and she told his dad it was a Hail Mary. So
wow.
if he had sat, if she didn't take the responsibility and help him out, he probably wouldn't have made it. But she did, and now he's on his road to recovery. So very thankful for her.
Yeah, you talked about thankful for her and her, stepping up and wanting to help when others didn't even want to take the risk and step up and try to give him a shot to get better. Now you talked about recovery and Home for Healing, once again stepping up, giving him a shot to get better, providing amazing resources. Just talk about Home for Healing and how it's played a role in Ben's Army.
Yeah, it was great. They were worried about having to spend money on a hotel every night or having to rent out an Airbnb for months, and Kristen contacted them and told them that they had just had a room freed up, and man, it played a big part because they were able to be. I mean, it was a 30-second drive up to the hospital. It was amazing, and Kristen's awesome, very nice lady. They were very thankful for Home for Healing. They've made it clear too. They're very thankful for that place.
So it's been months now and still in the recovery process. Where are we at now? What update might you have?
He is answering questions. He's very conscious. He knows what is going on around him. Now he's not speaking, saying words yet, but he is able to spell out sentences. They'll hold up a letter board, and they'll kind of go through all the letters, and he'll spell sentences out. He spelled his dog's name. He knows his dog's name. He's moving all his extremities pretty often. I mean, he's raising his arms up and all kinds of stuff. So they're starting to rewire in there. It's cool to see. I wish he was closer so I could go, I could be around him more. But he's in the best place he could be at Tier. That place is awesome.
Talk about, your best friend, and so firsthand as much as you care about him, and that's your friend, and you hate to see him going through this. Can only imagine what his parents are thinking like this. And so what has been, from your perspective, the hardest thing that they have had to deal with, and then how then Home for Healing is doing their part to try to help that as much as possible and take some more stuff off their plate?
Right. It's a lot of it's being away from home and not being around their friends and family. When he was in Little Rock, Ben had so many visitors. Greg and Amy's friends coming, and Home for Healing with them being able to stay that close to the hospital, and if somebody shows up, and they really didn't know they were coming and they were right down the road from the hospital, it's so easy for them to go see them.
Yep.
It was great. I don't know what they would have done without that place.
Yeah, obviously dealing with trying to get things back to somewhat being able to communicate. You can see like it's just everything starting to try to fire and get back to the way it was. And there may be an unfortunate situation where it might not get all the way back to where it was before. You're his best friend, and he's still the same person. And so if you were to tell people right now who is Ben, what was his personality like, and who is the person that you still know is inside there?
Yeah. Ben is a very, very caring person. He cares deeply for his friends and his family and his girlfriend. Very loving guy. He likes to joke around, and he proved he's still in there the other day. They asked him to spell something, and he spelled out that Macy is chatty on the board to look. So
Macy is
chatty.
Macy is his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
Macy's
I get it, Ben.
girlfriend.
I got one too.
Yeah,
Be chatting.
Yeah, he spelled that out. That kind of gave everybody like a
broke the ice a little bit.
Yeah, where
Good.
he's letting us know he's still in there. And
Yeah.
He's still joking around and being the same person he always is. He loved
Good.
to golf too, so he'd be happy. About
And you're a
that.
pretty good golfer. From
Yeah,
what we hear.
He's better than me.
Oh, okay.
He's better than me.
Okay.
Your handicap again? You said is a
5.3.
5.3
point.
Now that's when you know it matters. When you start saying the point.
Get the decimals.
All right.
Ben was a 3.9.
Dang.
Okay. Yeah.
I've only
really
ever
good.
beat him once.
I bet you had some fun competitions out there.
Oh yeah, he made me better. He made me better.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming up, opening up to us. We're about to head to break. We'll see y'all on the other side with more Zone.
For high-quality Buicks and GMCs, shop Sierras, Yukons, Enclaves, and more. Nobody beats the GM Giants' huge Crane cash discounts and low price guarantee. Buy with 0 down and get the Crane commitment. If your car doesn't say Crane on it, then you paid too much. Shop the GM Giant, Crane Buick GMC on Amity Road in Conway, or visit CraneTeamConway.com today. GMC, we are professional grade.
Save $600 on Hustler Turf Raptor Series mowers at Cabot Outdoors through May 31st. Hustler residential zero-turn mowers feature thick one-piece frame, welded steel decks for durability, and are powered by Kawasaki V-twin performance engines. Buy what the pros buy, where the pros buy, at your knowledgeable authorized Hustler dealer. Check out the Hustler Spring Sales event at Cabot Outdoors, 901 South Pine Street today. Offer valid through May 31st, 2025. Restrictions apply. See dealer for complete details.
Don't get sidetracked.
That man is playing Galaga.
We'll keep you on course.
Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
103.7 The Buzz. Buzz News with KARK's Claire Kreitz.
Arkansas Attorney General Tim Griffin announces a grant he says will be used to fight human trafficking in Arkansas. Griffin says the $100,000 grant is from a bipartisan Attorney General conference in Rome dedicated to fighting human trafficking around the world. While he was there, he met with experts and invited some to hold training sessions here to help state officials understand the role social media plays in human trafficking and how best to support future operations. Joining together to fight hunger in Arkansas, the 33rd annual Stamp Out Hunger Food Drive is happening this weekend. The National Association of Letter Carriers is teaming up with USPS and the Arkansas Food Bank for one of the largest food drives in the nation. Here's how it works. This Saturday, May 10th, fill a bag or box with non-perishable food items and place it next to your mailbox. After that, letter carriers will pick it up and take it to the food bank. This is Claire Kreitz for the Buzz Radio Network.
Edwards Food Giant presents Razorback Baseball color analyst and Drop Time Sports co-host Rick Schaefer every Tuesday morning on Morning Mayhem. Rick will share his special take on Razorback sports with the guys each week. Edwards Food Giant, the meat people, the only stop you'll ever have to make for your family's groceries.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
Partly cloudy today with a slight chance of a shower this afternoon. We'll have a high of 72. Tonight, partly cloudy and cooling down to 52. Expect some 40s in parts of North Arkansas tonight. Tomorrow, our Saturday, a mostly cloudy day with a high of 70. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
March is gone. The brackets are done. Feels like we need some excitement.
Are you kidding? Do you realize how much is going on? Basketball, hockey, baseball, golf. It's like 8 seasons in one. It's the season of action.
And we can bet on all those with the Oaklawn Sports app.
That's the spirit. Now let's go lock in some bets.
Receive a 10% profit boost on qualifying 3-leg parlays. Bet all summer long. Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Motorcycle riders are just like you and me. They could be your neighbor, your friend, your doctor, or maybe the pastor in your local church. More motorcycles are on the road than ever before in Arkansas, and it's time we started looking out for them. Look back a second time before you make that turn, or before you pull out in an intersection. It might take 2 seconds, but it just might save a neighbor's life. Take 2 for Arkansas. It's worth it. Look twice for motorcycles. A message from the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
This is Pat Bradley, and you've heard it before on The Buzz, how Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union is helping members step into the future with their summer auto loan special. Ultra-low rates as low as 1.99%, 84 months financing, and no payments for 90 days. Offer valid on new, used, or refinanced 23, 24, and 25 models. Deals like this don't last forever. Apply online at alcoacommunityfcu.org and drive into the future with Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union, serving 15 counties across central Arkansas.
If you need to hire, it seems like the whole process can be exhausting. You search resumes, wait for the right candidates to apply, set up initial interviews. It's a lot of time and work. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates for your job the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro is super easy to use. You simply pick a time, and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you can choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day. Best of all, you save time and energy.
Try Zip Intro for free right now at this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro. Post jobs today, talk to qualified candidates tomorrow. Once again, go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Bubba Carpenter joins Justin Acree and DJ Williams in the zone every week this baseball season, presented by Johnston's Home Center in Benton. Johnston's Home Center, if they don't have it, you probably don't need it.
Hawks Homes are great for duck clubs, hunting clubs, classrooms, and if you need affordable housing, we have 5 bedrooms for under $110,000. All prices include delivery anywhere in the state, setup, underpinning, central heat, and air conditioning. If you have any land problems, no problem. They'll help you find some and help you get the utilities and prep and set up all in the loan. Located in Conway and Bryant, check out the inventory online at hawkshomes.net.
This is Justin Acree with some exciting news. UAMS Ortho Now is now open at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. If you have an orthopedic injury, sports, work, or anything else, walk in and get the best in orthopedic care. No appointment needed. Ortho Now is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. Conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. For more information, call 501-686-TOSH. That's 501-686-8674.
This year, we considered hiring an ad agency to help with our marketing.
They pitched impressive visuals and a script that was inspiring.
And exotic animal mascots to help grab your attention.
In the end, we just decided to tell it to you straight. Shelter Insurance has award-winning customer service at affordable rates.
Plus, our local agents are there to help you understand what coverage you need.
See shelter agents Richard Yeager or Jason Daly in Little Rock or Agent Lawrence Forrester in Cabot today.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acree and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. Like, he doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know him, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Tox picking it up. Let's go.
Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still leaving him starstruck. Humble through opportunities given despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, got a picture connects, never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote, his will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds, the skill of an artist. This is 20% skill, 80% gear, be 100% clear, cause Ryu was ill. Who would've thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. Why you had the stupidest verse?
All right, welcome back in to the last hour of The Zone here on this wonderful Friday. Finally Friday, that is. BJ Williams here with Chris Kane, and we got the Wizard back in studio. We are here at Burns Park for the Home for Healing Golf Tournament. We got a lot of sponsors, media sponsors.
A lot of
there.
friends out here,
A
too.
lot of friends.
Yes.
Yeah, you know everybody.
So, no, are you kidding me? How many people come up to you in a break and are like, DJ?
Today, 0.
No.
No.
I could count. No, it's more than 2 hands at this point, I think.
I'll take it. We got good people here.
Well, and I think you guys have your KR. You got some KRK
KRK has a
folks
team here that I was unaware of. It's cool, though.
It's fine.
I'll let
Not
it slide.
upset. No,
no, not upset.
No.
Go home, take a nap.
Let me ask you
That's what
something.
I'm
Let me
gonna
ask you something. On a Friday
do.
afternoon,
Yeah.
DJ Williams, after the week that you go through with all the things you do, does teeing it up for 18 sound like or taking a nap? So you get 4 hours.
Gosh.
So 12 to 4. You taking a nap? You teeing it up? I know what you're doing. Don't answer. You don't have to say a word.
I'll take it to the next step. If I had to, after a long week, long day, tee up for 18 holes, or get a pair of pliers and pull 2 of my fingernails off.
Oh, get out. That's not. No. No way.
Okay,
No
one.
way. No
Maybe
way.
one.
No
and
way.
if I didn't know it was coming, say it was quick. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely would do it.
So it's much better if
I'd be
if
miserable.
it's like an accident.
If Justin, I'm not going to lie, Justin talked me into hopping in one time, and around like hole 8, I was like, why am I here?
I know.
And then I was thinking maybe at 9
Well,
we'll talk
because
about it.
when you wake up at 2:30 in the morning,
It's awful.
and then you are on from 4 to 7, and then you come
No, we
go to
got-
radio.
No, we got cut-ins.
Oh, then you got
Don't
cut-ins.
forget.
Yeah, sorry. Then you got cut-ins.
Cut-ins from 7 to 9.
That's right.
And then listen to this. We started a new 9 o'clock show.
What?
Yeah.
Just recently?
How about that?
Are you doing that too?
Yeah.
No, you
I
don't.
will say this. Guess how much they're actually adding on to the pay for that?
Oh, I'm going to guess 0.
How'd you know?
You know why? Because what a great opportunity it is for you. You know what?
It's big.
This is what corporate media does. They go, this is such a great opportunity for you, and we think it's going to enhance your career and everything you're doing.
You know, you could do you.
Yes.
Let the personality come out, you know. And think about, this could lead to something.
That's right. That's right.
And
That's
I'm like
right.
this. I have to remind,
You're
and
right.
I love my bosses. I do. But I have to remind my bosses, I ain't trying to go nowhere. I'm good.
And you know what?
You can't hit me with this will be good for your resume. It's like, I'm here.
You got to be so careful because they go, we know. And we know that's why you're going to keep doing it because you have no leverage.
Oh, man. I just tell you, as far as like that whole spill, I will say this. I have been very blessed over the years I've had at KRK to finally have some open conversations with management where it's just like, okay, miss with all that,
You can be a little bit more free with how you talk. Yeah, that's good. And that's a good relationship to have with your management. That's it. Well, and we were just talking a minute ago. It's like, well, of all places to be on a Friday, it doesn't get much better than this. We do love this place. They call it like the treehouse or something because you just get up here and it feels like you're in the trees because you're elevated and you overlook the golf course. And at the, this is one of those golf tournaments every year that we've seen so many of our friends out here because of the cause that it represents.
Absolutely.
And when you talk about Home for Healing in Little Rock and what they do, and you just heard from Matthew a moment ago, one of his best friends who, went through a traumatic experience and an accident and had to go and Hail Mary in terms of what the doctor called it and saving his life. They live out of the city, and his parents are trying to figure out what to do. And what do they get? They get a room at Home for Healing, and how it completely changed the game for them.
Yeah, let's talk more about it, Chris and Sarah. Now, don't be scared because you're going to play birthday trivia.
Oh, no, not again.
Oh,
Okay.
see, that's how they do it, Kristen. They sucker people in. Hey, you're going to talk about what you're here to talk about, and you're going to play our little reindeer games that we have.
Remind me your last name again.
Trulock.
Trulock. All right, so you're with Home for Healing. All right, and a good day to come out here. We always talk about days like this. It's very easy to maybe have people want to get more involved and learn more. You can go golf, have some great food, a couple drinks, hang out with our friends, get off of work.
The games, by the way.
Yeah.
Like the $5,000
Oh, yeah,
putt
you got
over there.
A 60-foot putt for $5,000, a couple par 3 competitions. But throughout the year, if people want to be more involved more than just one day, where would you tell them to start as far as learning more about Home for Healing?
Come take a tour.
Okay.
Anybody that walks in the home feels what we do, feels the love, feels the home feeling of it, and then everybody just becomes family. And so every time I can get somebody in my doors, they're there.
Okay.
They're there volunteering on our board, donating, whatever it might be, because we're a little nonprofit. We rely on everybody to be able to service the number of people that we service. Every single night there's 30 people in our home that are in great need of food, transportation, clothing, all kinds of things, on top of their journey that they're going through with their medical crisis.
Now, you say come take a tour, which I highly encourage, because once you see things firsthand, it changes the whole perspective and how you perceive it. What's the location, and should they maybe call ahead, or do they just walk through the front door?
No, you can walk through the front door anytime between 9 and 4, Monday through Friday.
Okay.
But definitely call ahead. It's at 4300 West Markham. Here's the crazy thing. I'm from Little Rock. I've driven past this place a million times. Before I took over, I did not know what this place did. It's right across the main entrance of UAMS. So you're sitting on Markham, you're sitting at that light, and you look one way and there's UAMS. You look the other way and you're like, oh, there's Home for Healing.
Okay.
Never knew.
Play a game with me. All right. I'm going down Markham.
Yeah.
I turn off University, and
Yeah.
I'm passing War Memorial. It's on my right. I keep going down Markham. And then?
At that stoplight, you look to the right to UAMS, look to the left.
Oh.
We're right there.
How
Right
about
there.
Okay.
Literally.
I have lived here my almost entire life.
See?
Didn't know it was there.
That's
why we're here.
That's right.
Yes.
I always say we're the best kept secret in Arkansas.
Uh-huh.
We don't need to be a secret.
No.
Everybody in Arkansas needs to know about us, needs to know that come be a part of us when you're in your major medical crisis, and let us help you.
I'm showing DJ on the street view right now.
Yeah, it's a home.
And that's it. And so this is there's UMS, there's the sign, and there's the home right there. I know.
I'm
so
gonna
you're
take
just
that way
off,
home.
so the parking lot is in front.
That's right.
So that's probably why. So you have the
That's
sign
right.
up. That's why when you pass by, and not that you want to put a home directly right off Markham, so understandably, offset a little bit, but that is true. I pass by it all the time.
A million times.
All the time.
Yeah.
And it's so great to know what's back there now.
Yeah.
And all the great work that you do. When we talk with folks about this, and you hear it too, that's why I think it's so important to go.
Mhm.
Because when you go, you see people that are truly impacted, like we're fortunate enough to get to see today. But obviously, this has to run somehow.
Yeah.
And donations are the way to make this keep going, so future families who go through these all-time stressful, horrible moments that they need some type of reprieve from can keep going and do what you do.
Absolutely. I'm run 100% on donations, sponsorships, and grants. That's it. And so we continually lift different restrictions to be able to serve more people. So if you don't mind, I'd like to tell you the way we're different. We allow homeless cancer patients. We're the only one that allows homeless cancer patients. We have rehabilitated 4 different homeless people, and now they're working members of our community again. You don't have to live 50 miles away or more, because think about that little mama in Conway. She's by herself. She's at the hospital all day. She's exhausted. She doesn't have money for gas. But come stay with us. You don't have to live 50 miles away or more. If you need a place to stay, come stay with us. We don't care how much money you make, because no matter who you are, at the end of your medical crisis, you're in a different financial position than when you started, no matter who you are.
Yep.
And so we want you to save that nest egg for when you get better, you go home, you're not so stressed out, you're not struggling. And then the other one, we don't require you to have a caregiver if you're a cancer patient, and all the other ones do. And the reason being is because you might have children at home. The spouse needs to keep working, to keep that mortgage paid, to keep everything paid. But you've got to be able to take care of yourself. You can't be in there and be too sick. So we have a lot of ways that we've lifted restrictions that other lodging opportunities still have in place. So that's why we stay full all the time, every night. We really need to add on.
Yeah. Listening to you makes me, I'm going to open the website and go donate. I think you just need to do that about every 30 minutes, and I think you'll be good for the whole year. You know a thing or two about Home for Healing, all right?
do.
You care about it.
I
That's so
do.
special. That's awesome. Now, I will say, as sweet as you are in what you just said,
Stop.
you still got to play birthday trivia, okay? All right, and we are
not getting
pretty,
out of that.
Yeah, we are not
come
getting out
on
of
now.
that. And we get
sorry.
competitive.
Oh.
And I'm on a tear this week, even though I lost yesterday. I think
so
Alyssa
bitter
may have
about it.
cheated
Oh,
yesterday. I don't
see?
know.
Oh, I have my phone
He
right
throws
here.
the accusations
I think
around.
She said that number. All right, so listen to this, okay? It comes down to the end, and Kristen here in a second, let him know what we're going to be playing for. Don't you start cheating over there. Alyssa's the last to go to guess the age, okay? I say 38. Somebody else guessed higher, and she says, oh, no, he's younger than that. All right?
Well, it's also playing the game.
She went down
So she went
4 under to hit a bingo bango to walk it off.
Who was the actor?
You don't even know. Who was it? Christian. Who was the last person we did birthday trivia with?
He's like, I can't.
Man, I don't remember.
No, it was somebody. It was somebody close to her age.
Okay, so that's
player.
it. Yeah, that's it.
No, she should have went 1 under. She went for the bingo bango to win. 4 under. Come on, suspect.
I'm going to give her benefit of the doubt. When you're close in age to someone, you can do that.
Fair enough.
You know. So what do you? You're 37.
36.
36. Okay,
Yeah,
there you
fair
go.
enough.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up today. We'll see how we go.
Okay.
All right.
We'll see.
Christian, what are we playing for today?
We're playing for Allison Krauss and Union Station tickets. That show is on Monday.
Okay.
So if you want to go to that show, go ahead and call in. We already got one player. His name's Joey. We need 2 more, right?
All right. While we're lining that up, let's go ahead and get a quick entertainment in.
Today's entertainment report is brought to you by Bell & Sword Gentlemen's Clothing in Conway. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram or stop by Bell & Sword's new and larger location at 1011 Oak Street.
All right, we got our players. If you were on hold, just stay on hold, and I'll get your names right before we do birthdays. So Bill Belichick has crossed into entertainment news now with his relationship with Jordan Hudson. This morning, in the latest episode of Pablo Torre Finds Out, which he used to be employed by ESPN, now I think he's with Levitards.
Meadowlark.
Yeah.
Yep.
With,
Meadowlark Media.
He's a good journalist, but I don't know if this is completely on base because UNC said something afterwards, but I'll read through this story. The show's host reported that Hudson has been banned from the Tar Heels football facility, citing multiple UNC sources. I think I saw it was up to 11 people said it. But anyway, Torrey said that the decision was made by members of the university's administration in the wake of Belichick's viral interview with CBS Sunday Morning, where the 24-year-old interrupted and shut down the questioning. Quote, 2 sources at the University of North Carolina, tell me that there has been a decision that has been made last week by the higher-ups inside the athletic department that had hired Bill Belichick to be the highest-paid public employee. The decision was that Jordan Hudson is no longer allowed in the football building. She is not allowed on the football field. Quote, don't think you'll be hearing much from Jordan moving forward. Torrey also revealed Bill Belichick's family is extraordinarily concerned by what has transpired. One Belichick family source told me there is deep worry for how detrimental Jordan can be, not just for North Carolina, but for Bill's legacy or reputation. Now, afterwards,
there's more, but wait,
there's more.
There's more.
Afterwards, UNC came out and denied these, I guess you would call them allegations, said while Jordan Hudson is not an employee at the university or Carolina Athletics, she is welcome to Carolina football facilities. Jordan will continue to manage all activities related to Coach Belichick's personal brand outside of responsibilities for Carolina football and the university. Now, was Pablo Torre telling the truth and she had been banned and they came out and said that's a bad look, or was he just stirring something up? I don't know. Bill Belichick's getting a little too old to deal with all this. I will say that.
I really hate giving my 2 cents on how I think people should go about their business, but, man, this pushes it. But I ain't going to do it.
Well,
do your own thing.
You were under Bill.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the only reason I feel like I kind of want to say something, because this is so off-brand.
Yeah.
It's like, what is happening? Because, like, I've said this from day one. If anyone is in the category of limiting distractions, it is Bill Belichick.
That was number 1 on your list.
That is it.
That was I mean, Petrino, I imagine, was up there to a certain extent, but, like, Belichick's in a different tier.
I mean, I've seen this guy, as soon as guys become distraction, it don't matter if you're a first-round draft pick and an all-pro player, he'll trade you to Cleveland for a 6th-round draft pick. You know what I mean?
For saying something to the media that
He don't
he
play
didn't really
that.
like.
Yeah, it's
that
wild.
was it. And
this is so
well, he's at a different point in his career. Chris Vanini on Twitter posted, North Carolina has now sent out multiple press releases or comments about a coach's girlfriend well before the coach's first game. Don't think I've ever seen a coaching tenure like this before.
No, it's wild.
That is it's so off-brand, like you said, but because he's not Bill Belichick, coach of the Patriots, it feels more like retirement tour now, and he's just enjoying life and he called her his creative muse in his memoir.
It's like Shakespeare or something.
that is how he referred to her. And in the same memoir, he did not even mention, he didn't thank Robert Kraft. He did thank his creative muse, Jordan. And
Jordan, yes.
A very interesting. Jordan, yes.
You got to know the AD who hired him before. I'm assuming before all this was
10
knowledge.
mil, by the way. 10 mil.
They were oh my gosh, we nailed it. And then all this comes out. He's probably like, oh my gosh.
Talk about your all-time backfires.
And maybe
I
was going to say maybe he is taking it seriously, but to me it does not seem like he is taking this as seriously as he did at his time with the Patriots. To me, on the surface,
he's not diffusing this. You know, like he used to be able to diffuse things so quickly. We're on to Arizona. We're on to Arizona. We're on to Detroit. And now it's like he's giving full-length interviews and doing a little bit more PR work.
The wild thing is when that interview happened and she came up and stood next to him while he's sitting down in the chair and telling him, like, hey, I'm just like, what is happening?
She is his personal assistant. I mean, she manages his life in that regard.
Does she?
They happen to be dating.
You got any input on this?
No.
Smart.
Hope sitting over there next to her like, no.
Squirrel.
Yeah. Oh, what else we got?
So Robert Prevost, who we better know as Leo 14, our new pope. Is he our new pope? I'm not Catholic. Is he our pope or is he just the pope?
He is everyone's pope.
But I'm not Catholic.
The people's pope.
Yeah, okay. Anyway.
So that means you don't have a pope.
But you are an American, and he's the first American, so
that's true. He is our pope. He's our American pope.
He is our pope,
yes,
our American
there we go.
pope. I think you could say that.
So Pope Leo's brother, John, spoke about the surreal moment with NBC Chicago, noting his brother playing the popular New York Time game. He was playing, what's the
Wordle.
Wordle, yeah, he's playing Wordle to keep his mind off the real-life world. And he also watched Conclave before he entered Conclave. So he seems like a pretty cool guy. They said he went to baseball games and all kinds of stuff. I thought Pope Francis would be kind of hard to top with how cool he seemed because he used to be a bouncer and stuff, but Pope Leo's off to a good start, I'd say.
Yeah, and he went to Villanova for pursue his master's in divinity, and then he's been in Peru for 40 years.
Wow.
Before being called back by Pope Francis for his cardinalship and being back at the Vatican, and so you talk about commitment and being a part of it, and multilingual. And then that's the thing. Everybody's making a big deal about the multilingual. I feel like most popes are.
Yeah, you have to be, right?
Yeah. So, but yeah, everybody's making it's Americans. Oh my gosh, he speaks more than one language. This is crazy.
It's like everyone else in the world does except for us.
Yeah.
we did our 4 years of Spanish in high school, okay?
Yes.
All right, or maybe 2. We did our time. Real quick, just to note, we were talking about odds earlier, the betting markets. So this is one of the fun facts about him. He was, you're right, in Peru for a long time. But Pope Francis thought so highly of him, he named him the most senior rank of cardinals, suggesting he would at least be Francis's choice to be the next pope in any future conclave. So there was some, at least behind the scenes, some notion that, and maybe that's why it didn't take very long.
Yeah.
Because it was like, well, this is the guy that was kind of,
handpicked,
right under him.
Clout.
Yeah.
So
clout.
Those times that there were black smoke, who wasn't on board?
Maybe just some early.
Is that just to get the people going?
You know what? You're not going to get you're not a first ballot.
Oh, is that what it is?
Maybe it's just kind of hey, we're not doing first ballot popes here.
Good question, and maybe for another day. Has there ever been a Pope selection where there has been no black smoke. It's just white off the rip.
I'm on it.
I bet there has been, because probably like in the 900 or the 1200s or something, they're like, yeah, this guy's going to be Pope instead. They probably didn't do all this back then. I don't know.
Here we go. This, look, I'm going very quickly
has
here.
the smoke always been a thing? You know what I mean?
I doubt it. Right?
Pope Julius in 1503, one of the shortest.
Okay.
Cardinals choosing him in just 10 hours. It's important to note this predates the formalized conclave system, and it's two-thirds majority requirement. And then Pope Pius, that also says 1503. Pope Pius III. So I don't know. We got look.
Maybe he died the
Catholic
same
Church
year.
goes back a lot over the course of history. We on the fly. I don't know if I can give you a concrete answer, but I'm at least giving you some. They said it is extremely uncommon.
Okay.
Is the overall consensus.
Good news for DJ. The Golden Globes are adding a new category recognizing podcasts starting next year. So maybe the Fourth and Five will win a Golden Globe.
Oh man,
we'll see.
So that just we're gonna go all in this year. We're gonna win a Golden Globe.
On Wednesday, the Globes announced that the Best Podcast of the Year category will be added to its award slate. It'll start next year. It will honor the extraordinary and diverse talents in podcasting.
You would think the first winner, if they do this, do you start with Joe Rogan and just give it to him?
So you get like the honorary one?
I mean,
who has a bigger podcast than him right now?
No, he's up there, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to look at the rankings and see.
I wonder-
he's obviously near the top of the list every time, if not the top. It fluctuates a little bit here or there, but I think overall he's probably the top.
Shannon Sharp.
Club Shay Shay.
He's
He's in some trouble right now. He's got to get out of that trouble first.
So here, when you just hit top podcasts, here are the top. So Joe Rogan Experience, Smartless, Crime Junkie, The Daily, Caller Daddy. This past weekend with Theo Vaughn up first.
What I've gathered
the Mel
from-
Robbins podcast.
Is Fourth and Five not on there?
Well, hold on. I got to keep scrolling. I got to show more.
How many pages do they have?
We're getting into the thousands here.
One day.
But it's on there, big guy. It's on there. You just got to keep scrolling.
no,
keep
man.
scrolling. Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
So, okay, that's good to know.
Yeah,
Something
good
to
to
shoot
know.
for. There you
Yeah.
go.
I think as I've grown up, I've become less of a podcast person.
Less? Really?
Yeah.
Going the opposite way. You're going back to terrestrial? You want radio?
No,
Real
I
time,
watch
live?
YouTube.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's why. And you know what? For your show, YouTube is.
Yeah, I mean, there's
it is-
podcasts on YouTube that maybe I listen to or watch, like Tim Legler's, or I listen to Bill Simmons sometimes. But
You know, he's up there in terms of.
Yeah, he's the
Simmons has a
podfather.
great sports podcast. Yeah.
Hey, just a career advice from y'all. You brought up a good point. So my podcast, impossible to really fully enjoy just listening.
Audio,
because
yeah.
I show so much.
Exactly.
I show so much.
You can't do that.
Do I need to? I'm thinking about dropping the podcast and just calling it Fourth and Five.
I think you should, because
this
it's
is like-
really
this is a
not a
pivotal
podcast.
moment. Pivotal
big.
moment.
It is. It's not a podcast.
This is like Facebook. This is your Facebook moment.
But everybody
this is where
says,
you're
"Hey,
trying
we
to
love the podcast," and I'm like, "Well, it's
not a
really
podcast.
You got to go from. You can't be the Facebook.
It just dropped the.
So you drop the. So it's just fourth. I would do it. I would.
Yeah, I would
Okay.
drop it
I like
too, man.
I would drop. I would drop it.
All right, it's done.
All right, we're rebranding.
Rebranding right here.
By we, I mean you.
Okay.
You got it.
Yeah. All right. Fair.
So this weekend in the movie theaters, there's nothing really big dropping. Just a couple of movies that no one will probably see. But one's called Shadow Force. It looks pretty bad. Fight or Flight. It's got Josh Hartnett in it. Also looks pretty bad. And then you got Clown in a Cornfield. If you're up for a horror movie, I guess. I'm going to guess that a clown is killing people in a cornfield in this movie.
I could not think of a worse movie to watch in my entire life than what you just said. there is simply nothing worse.
Madam Web. It's up there.
Pretty
No.
bad.
It's really
I don't
bad.
like clowns. So, and we
Okay.
have a lot of corn
What
in
about
Arkansas.
it? Do you like
a lot
it?
of cornfields? No, that's the reason I don't like clowns.
Oh.
Thank you, Stephen King, for
It's
ruining
pretty
my
solid.
life. I watched it later. I had some good, healing watching
Mhm.
it again. Had I just watched to the end and realized it was a giant spider,
Yeah, he
spoiler
was
alert,
actually just a giant spider from space.
I probably would have
Yeah.
never been traumatized.
Wasn't even
But
a clown.
but I left after the gutter scene when the kid got
Oh, Georgie. Georgie got
Georgie.
pulled down there. Yeah.
After the Georgie scene, I ran out of the room. I was done. It was
They
like
all
a TV
float down
movie.
there.
I watched it on Shamrock Drive. I'll never forget. I'm done. Done with clowns for the rest of my life because of that.
So other movies you can just see are the Thunderbolts, of course, which has been rebranded to a new name, but I guess I won't say it, but you probably have already seen it. Sinners is still in, Minecraft, and The Accountant too. Some new shows you could watch this weekend or movies that are coming out on streaming. Poker Face Season 2. I never got around to watching Season 1, but I feel like I would like it.
Watched it yesterday.
Oh, the first 3 episodes are out, right?
Yep.
What was the verdict for you?
The first episode, that's all I got. It's good. It has Cynthia
Erivo?
Yes. And she plays 5 characters.
Oh, cool.
Of a set of quintuplets. And she plays all of them, and they're all different.
It's a heavy lift.
Yeah, it's a heavy lift.
Holy cow.
But it's pretty good. But, the star of it is the girl from American Pie.
Natasha Leon.
The redhead with the raspy voice. You know who that is.
Natasha Leon.
Orange is the New Black.
Oh, yeah. She's great.
Yeah. And, so premise of the show is she can always tell when someone lies. She doesn't understand how it works or when did it start working. But she got in trouble because she would go to casinos and play poker. And she would always know who's bluffing. She could just it's something about it. But she now has a journey where she goes around. She may be working here at Home for Healing, right? And she can hear a conversation of somebody having something. And out of nowhere, she can tell someone's lying. And she would think, why would they lie about that? And that person's covering up some real shady stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah,
What's it called again?
Poker Face.
It's kind of like modern-day Columbo a little bit. Then we got Conan O'Brien Must Go, Season 2. I'm a big fan of Conan. I have not watched all of Season 1, but I will be tuning into that one. You got Nanas, which is a movie with Vince Vaughn. After losing his mother, does what any heartbroken Italian son might dream of. He quits his job and opens a restaurant run entirely by Nanas, or grandmothers. It is based on the true story of Enoteca Maria, a restaurant in Staten Island. It has a pretty loaded cast. It's got
Are you saying Nana like I would say a Nana?
Yeah, Nana. Yeah.
Okay.
Italian grandmother.
What's the name of the show again?
Nana.
Nanas?
N-O-N-N-A-S.
Oh, N-O-N-N-A-S.
Susan Sarandon will be on there. Talia Shire, who you may know as Rocky's wife or Michael's sister in The Godfather. And Lorraine Bracco, who was married to Henry Hill in Goodfellas and also was James Gandolfini's shrink in... dang it. What's the show, Chris Kane?
Which one? Who's in it?
James Gandolfini. The show. Sopranos.
Sopranos?
Sorry. I couldn't think of it. I was drawing a blank. And then you got Linda Cardellini also is awesome. So, pretty loaded cast. I don't know if I'll check it out.
Is it going to be a lot of Vince Vaughn, like snarky, sarcastic comments?
I'm sure, yeah.
All right, I'm in.
All right, we got our birthday players. Joey will be playing with DJ. Earl will be represented by Chris Kane. And Charlie will be playing with our guest.
You want a partner?
You ready?
I would feel so sorry for that partner.
Hope. Put the headset on.
Yeah, Hope. Come on.
Hope's going to be your partner.
Y'all are a team, okay?
Oh, gosh.
Y'all can be a team.
Yeah, put your money away. Wait, you got money on this? Were you about to bet on this?
Yeah, exactly.
Hope, did the guys do these birthdays on Morning Mayhem this morning?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh, we got a ringer.
We'll see.
Here we go. Here we go.
Birthday trivia in the zone is brought to you by Brewski's Pub and Grub. Your home for lunch, happy hour, and late night. With locations in Little Rock and North Little Rock. Come get your grub on.
All right, we're going to start it out with an audio clue. Did Hope say somebody?
Got it. Hope said Billy Joel. Is it Billy Joel?
It is Billy Joel, yes.
Put that a little closer.
Pull that up.
There we go.
There you go.
There we go.
I've never done this before.
Really?
No.
Hope.
Wow.
I have.
Of all people, you
17
you
years
should
later.
know. You should know.
Team Home for Healing got that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably
DJ,
the
how
only one I would
old
know.
is Billy Joel?
Is Billy Joel? You couldn't hit me with Piano Man.
I couldn't go that easy.
I know. Billy Joel is 73.
Chris?
74.
Did you just steal that from me?
No, I just played the game.
I was going to say 74 too.
I was going to say 75.
He's 76. Good enough.
Oh, wow.
This actress has been in movies such as He Got Game and Quirks 2. She also was in the Daredevil TV series.
Jennifer Gardner.
Rosario Dawson.
It is Rosario Dawson. She is also
TV
Ahsoka in
series.
Star Wars.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I never knew her name.
How old is Rosario Dawson, Chris?
She is 42.
Home for Healing?
45.
DJ.
What are you going to do? You going to go in the middle? You got to try to split that?
43.
She is 46. Good enough for Home for Healing. Get another point.
Wow. This is amazing.
All right, another audio clue.
Thanks to you.
Shabuzi?
It is Shabuzi.
God, Chris, you're on it. Y'all are on it. I'm
How old
trash
is
today.
country music artist Shabuzi? Home for Healing.
I wouldn't have a clue.
31.
DJ?
I don't think that's a bad guess. 28.
Ooh.
Kane?
32.
30. Good enough for Home for Healing again.
Oh my goodness! I thought too. I was like, should I go down? Should I go up? Ugh. All right.
All right, we got one more person that's alive, and we also have one person that's dead that I'm using.
Okay. That's fair.
This guy was a six-time MLB All-Star. He led the NL in home runs once and MLB in RBIs once. He's mostly remembered for playing with the Brewers. His father played as well.
Ryan Braun.
Chipper Jones.
Chipper
Oh,
Jones,
Brewers.
Braves.
No, Braves. Sorry, Brewers. Hold on, Brewers.
Prince Fielder.
It is Prince Fielder.
There it is. Yes.
Good get, DJ.
I was just thinking, what Braves do I know? All right, what Brewers do I know? Yeah. Fielder.
How old is Prince Fielder, DJ?
Prince Fielder is. He
He's
was
a
there
big
when I
man.
was playing.
Man, he's a big dude.
I bet he's close to my age. Let's go 39.
Ooh, that's a good guess. He's
Chris?
the big 4-0. Big 4-0.
Home for Healing?
42.
He is 41. Nobody gets the point there.
Oh.
All right, this guy, he's dead. How old would he be if he was still alive? He was a 15-time All-Star, 8-time NL batting champion. He played for
Babe Ruth.
the Padres. He also played
Lou
basketball
Gehrig.
at San Diego State along with Michael Cage from West Memphis.
Buddy, I'm out.
What year again?
Baseball?
These were the 90s, the Padres. He's one of the greatest contact hitters in
And
the
he died?
history of baseball.
And he died.
Um,
The 90s. That's our era.
contact hitters, and he played basketball.
Yep. He also played baseball, but yeah, he played basketball at San Diego State.
Anything? Home for Healing
And
team?
he's passed.
Yes.
He is dead.
That was a young.
Not
death.
out of age, right? Because of,
No, I think he had cancer.
Okay, yeah, because
Happy birthday, Tony Gwynn.
Oh, my
Oh, gosh.
Yes.
But
Who won
team,
that?
our guest won. Home for Healing.
Look at this.
Oh,
yay!
Home for Healing
Oh,
wins.
that's
Charlie, stay on the line. I will get your information for the show.
And look at that. You were so nervous about it.
Yeah.
Well, it's
You end
because
up
I had
winning.
hope on my side.
Yeah, well, tell us a little bit more about Home for Healing before we let you go.
Well, we got a new program, and
Okay.
this is what I'm so excited about. And it's a
Well, I think we lost our guest. Maybe they were away what she was going to say on the other side. We will go to break and come back on the other side. We'll do some champs and chumps.
Are you still on the sidelines? Then it's time you suit up and get in the game. Download Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app, Bet Saracen, today.
This is SportsCenter.
Arkansas softball got another big win yesterday. This one over fourth-seeded Tennessee, 6-1. Another day, another grand slam for the softball team. This one came off the bat of Reagan Kramer, who hit it in the 6th inning. Arkansas now advances to the semifinals of the SEC tournament, where they'll face the number 1 seed Oklahoma today at 3 o'clock. That game can be seen on ESPN2. Arkansas baseball gets their 3-game series against LSU started tonight at 6:30. Tomorrow's game will be at 5:30, and then Sunday's game will be at 3. Coverage for the first one will be on SEC Network Plus, while the final 2 will be on SEC Network. Radio coverage for all 3 can be heard on the Buzz. And the Arkansas Travelers will face the Springfield Cardinals tonight at Dickey-Stephens Park. First pitch is set for 7:05. Radio coverage can be heard on 106.7 Buzz 2. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
106.7 Buzz 2 is your home for Arkansas Travs baseball. Hear every pitch, every crack of the bat on 106.7 Buzz 2. For the full calendar, go to Travs.com. It's the greatest game on dirt, and you can hear it all on 106.7 Buzz 2.
From the Whataburger inbox to your speaker, Kayla writes, I'm dead because of no mushroom Swiss. We checked it out, and Kayla, though a bit dramatic, is totally fine. And that's great because the mushroom Swiss burger is totally back, just like Kayla loves, with grilled mushrooms, melty cheese, and creamy au jus sauce. Kayla, don't mess with us like that. The skull emoji is not for playing around. The mushroom Swiss burger is back for a limited time. What a burger!
If you have a passion for adventure and unmatched quality, then head to Honda of North Little Rock for the best lineup of quality motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides. They have Honda's best models and will find the perfect ride just for you. That's Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
BKC Home Builders are the premier home builders, providing custom builds and remodels. No matter what size your dream is, BKC will walk you through all the phases, from house plans to landscaping, to make your custom home as beautiful as you imagine. The team at BKC will be with you through the entire process. If you're looking for commercial building or remodeling, BKC has your commercial needs covered as well. BKCHomebuilders.com or find them on Facebook. That's BKC Home Builders in Hot Springs.
Hey, it's Howie from Robert Irwin Jewelers, and I love my mom. This Mother's Day, you got to get your mom diamonds from Robert Irwin Jewelers. Bigger, brighter diamonds, better prices, or online at rijewelers.com. 5 locations, free financing.
Save $600 on Hustler Turf Raptor Series mowers at Cabot Outdoors through May 31st. Hustler residential zero-turn mowers feature thick one-piece frame, welded steel decks for durability, and are powered by Kawasaki V-twin performance engines. Buy what the pros buy, where the pros buy, at your knowledgeable authorized Hustler dealer. Check out the Hustler Spring Sales event at Cabot Outdoors, 901 South Pine Street today. Offer valid through May 31st, 2025. Restrictions apply. See dealer for complete details.
If you have an orthopedic problem, you need to get to the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health and check out Ortho Now. It's a walk-in clinic for any kind of orthopedic problem, and it's for people of all ages. Whether you have a sports injury or joint pain, a sprained ankle or back pain, this is the place you go to get taken care of, and it's a walk-in clinic, so there's no appointment necessary. Ortho Now is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon, and conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, right off I-630. So conveniently located right in the middle of the capital city. So don't wait in pain. Walk in today. For more information, you can call 501-686-TOSH. That's 501-686-8674. But again, you do not need an appointment. You don't have to call ahead. Just show up and get taken care of. Patients will receive on-site x-rays and immediate access to fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons, ensuring you the best possible care when it's needed most. Don't live with pain. Go see our friends at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health and take advantage of Ortho Now.
Motorcycle riders are just like you and me. They could be your neighbor, your friend, your doctor, or maybe the pastor in your local church. More motorcycles are on the road than ever before in Arkansas, and it's time we started looking out for them. Look back a second time before you make that turn, or before you pull out in an intersection. It might take 2 seconds, but it just might save a neighbor's life. Take 2 for Arkansas. It's worth it. Look twice for motorcycles. A message from the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
Spring is here. It won't be long before you're planning a road trip. Get to Point S, Arkansas to get your car ready for it. Off-road tires for your pickup, ATV tires for your side-by-side. Tires for your car to get your family around safely. Kumo, Toyo, Falcon, Blackhawk, Fortune, and more. And their Promise Plus road hazard protection to give you peace of mind. Stop by any Point S Arkansas store, Bartlett Tire in Heber Springs, Tire Town in Benton, R&D Tire in Conway, and Fleet Tire in Pottsville or Russellville. Online at pointstire.com.
This May, it's time to stamp out hunger, and we need your help. On Saturday, May 10th, your local letter carrier will pick up more than just your mail. They'll be collecting donations for Arkansas families in need. Simply fill a bag with non-perishable food, weave it by your mailbox, and our letter carrier will do the rest. It's that easy. Every can or box of food makes a huge difference. Help us stamp out hunger in your community. All donations received will be distributed by the Arkansas Food Bank. Stamp out hunger. No one should go to bed hungry.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
See Shelter Agent Matt Warden in Little Rock, Seth Hobbs in Bryant, or Nick Gennardi in Sherwood.
Congratulations to Harrison Deere of Rogers and Caroline Jones of North Little Rock for being named the All-Arkansas Preps Outstanding Players of the Year in Tennis, as chosen by the Arkansas Democrat Gazette. They are among the 400 Arkansas high school athletes who will be honored at the All-Arkansas Preps Awards Banquet on Saturday, June 14th, sponsored by CHI St. Vincent. The event is emceed by Steve Sullivan with special guest David Basil and linebacker for the New Orleans Saints, Demario Davis. To find out more about the athletes selected or to purchase tickets to the event, visit allarkansaspreps.com.
Join the Zone each Monday for Game Balls and Jockstraps, brought to you by A Caddy's Touch Landscaping. Find out who made the best, average, and worst headlines in sports and entertainment each Monday as Justin and DJ give you their Game Balls and Jockstraps on the Zone from 10 to 1. It's all brought to you by A Caddy's Touch Landscaping, 501-794-2770. Call today to get your landscape updated to a whole new level and be listening for Game Balls and Jockstraps only on 103.7 The Buzz.
You're listening to The Zone with Justin Acree and DJ Williams. You like what you hear? Well, check out our video stream on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch.
All right, welcome back. We are back. I just realized I had the mics up that whole time. Hopefully they didn't hear us during that
I had you
commercial
off.
break.
We're good.
Oh,
you're the best.
Thank you, Christian. That's why he's the wizard. Take care of us. We're back. Sorry for a couple of technical difficulties. We got it figured out, though. All right, let's go ahead and get into our Champs and Chumps.
Champs and Chumps is brought to you by Washita Bar and Grill on Central Avenue in Hot Springs and BKC Home Builders. With indoor and outdoor seating, Washita Bar and Grill provides a family-friendly environment with mouth-watering food. BKC Home Builders is the premier home builder in Hot Springs, providing custom home build and remodels, both big and small. For more info, go to bkchomebuilders.com.
All right, here we go. I'll be up first. And I only got champs, really no chumps. Bree Ellis, SEC player of the year. Outstanding what she's done at the University of Arkansas on that softball team, and she's just going to keep going. Hopefully lead the Razorbacks to something even more special. And I got another champ. I never thought I would give this guy a champ of as late, but Paul Pierce. He's a man of his word. He went on TV and he told everyone that the Boston Celtics would win Game 2. He said, if they lose, I will walk to work. I'm over 15 miles away. I'll do it in my bathrobe and my slippers. They lost. And so he walked over 20 miles from home to work in his bathrobe and in his slippers. So I think that's pretty cool.
Respect.
Yeah.
Did you see Kevin Garnett drove past him while he was walking down the road? And he,
I did not.
He put his head out of the sunroof like a giraffe or something and was talking to him. Like, not out the window, out the sunroof.
But
while he was driving.
I'd never seen anything like it.
Yes, it was wild.
I mean, he does have a long...
He's tall.
He has a long neck. He's
almost 7 foot tall.
Paul Pierce did say Boston has a better chance of seeing a dinosaur out tomorrow, but that's as close as you can get. All right? So, makes sense.
That's true. Nobody embodied that logo more than the man who played under it.
100%.
All right, real quick, I just have one champ real quick, and it is to Buccaneers rookie and former UCA Bear, David Walker, for signing his contract this week, signed his rookie deal.
What does he got?
I didn't get the numbers. I got what the GM said. Ooh. Listen to this. On one of the local radio shows today, they asked the general manager, what are you most looking forward to as we start camp? His first response was David Walker, quote, he's got tremendous instincts, tremendous use of hands, arsenal of moves, big burst, powerful, relentless motor. The only thing he doesn't have is size and length, and the ideal edge rusher typically has that, but he's on the short size, but he's going to be like a Dwight Freeney, Robert Mathis, and James Harrison on that kind of front. That's a huge... He said, I'm not putting him in that category just yet, but he's a very mature guy, and he has everything he needs to be in this league.
That's when you follow up. And
wow.
Say, you should have got him in the first round. If that's
wow.
That's special.
So anyway, congrats to David.
My champ, I'm going to give it to Tyrese Halliburton. What a week for him. In game one, when they went down 1 point with about 7 minutes left, he accounted for 13 points down the stretch between assists and points to win that one, and then he hit the game winner in game 2. So big week for him. Chump, I'm going to give it to Draymond Green. Every game now, it seems like he's doing something. He's flailing about, hitting somebody with his arms, with his feet, with his legs, just throwing his limbs everywhere and hitting people. Getting flagrant fouls, getting techs. He's only, I think, 2 techs away from being suspended. But anyway, the real reason is, other than that, his quote after the game last night, he said, I'm great at basketball. I'm great at what I do. The agenda of trying to make me look like an angry black man is crazy. I'm sick of it. It's ridiculous. There is no agenda, Draymond. You have done this to yourself by your actions, and I hate when people use or try to frame something as racism when it's not racism, because there is actual racism, and when you do that, you undermine that. So I hate when people do that.
You're not trying to make him look like an angry black man. You're just looks like an angry man.
You're out of control.
Regardless of color. Yes. Yeah, the color did not matter. You are tripping half the time. White, black, brown, blue, yellow.
Just angry.
Yeah. Is that it for our champs and
Yeah,
chumps?
that's it.
Real quick, before we bring Wes in, Kristen, sorry, we dropped. I think my foot hit the plug. Sorry about that. You were telling us about a cool program you had coming up. I want you to finish that.
Yeah. So I don't know what anybody heard, but so I'll start over. We have a new teen program for males and females, juniors and seniors, and it's our very first year, and it's great because it's educational things for these students, but it's volunteerism, and it is also fundraising.
Yeah.
Teaching students all different opportunities in life, but teaching them the things that us as parents have been trying to teach them, and they don't listen to us. So maybe we can do some good for these parents. But we've got 45 students from schools all over, and next year, starting in January, you can sign your student up for this. The other programs are very costly. Ours is only $300. And in that $300, you get these opportunities, but your student will be CPR certified, you'll be Narcan certified, you'll be Stop the Blood certified. You'll have all these opportunities within our program called Diamonds and Studs. So keep your eye out for that, because it really helps the Home for Healing, but it also helps these students all at the same time.
Yeah, I love it. You also talked about you maybe even teach them how to write a check or address an envelope, which things I struggle with.
The basics.
Yeah, I haven't done that in so long.
Yes.
Thank you so much. We're so happy that you wanted us to be here today. Tournament looks great. Homeforhealing.org is going to be the website to learn more about this amazing organization. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So now when you drive past our home, you're going to go,
look.
I know what that is.
I'm going to wave.
That's right.
Look
Come
to the
on
left.
in.
It's a home right there.
Wes, back in studio. What you got going on today, Wes?
Oh, we're going to be talking Arkansas, LSU. Of course, keeping an eye on Arkansas, Oklahoma. The softball game starts at 3 o'clock today, so we'll get a good hour of watching that while we're on the air. We got Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen coming on, talk about some of the promotions on Bet Saracen. Steve Sullivan's in the studio during the 2 o'clock hour, and Brian Edwards, VegasInsider.com, has some picks for us, whether it's NBA or some MMA fights this weekend.
Who has a better shot at winning a national championship this year, Wes? Arkansas baseball or Arkansas softball?
Arkansas baseball.
No question.
That's what the odds say.
That is in what Wes says.
What the odds say.
No, I like this team a lot. I've said it all year. I think it's the deepest lineup they've ever had. The key is going to be Root and Gage Wood. If Gage Wood keeps coming like he's pitched the last 2 weeks, and Zack Root pitches not necessarily like last week where he's the National Pitcher of the Week, but something similar to it where they can get 5, 6, 7 innings from their Friday night and Saturday night guys, it's a hard team to beat in a series. So I like their chances a lot. Arkansas softball, man, I love watching them play. They're so much fun, and they can hit the ball, but I don't know if they have that shut-down ace. Although I say that in the SEC Pitcher of the Year for the second straight year, they beat yesterday in Tennessee's pitcher. So, yeah, maybe I'm contradicting myself, but I don't know if the look, the softball team's never even been to the College World Series, so it's hard to go out on that limb and say they're going to win it all when they make it for the first time.
That's
fair.
Like it. Fair enough. All right, Wes, thanks for that. Have a great show. Everyone, thank y'all so much for hanging out with us for the week. Alyssa Oren's not here. Thanks for what she did. Chris Kane, appreciate you hanging out with us. The Wizard, it was fun, man. The one and only Justin Acree, the prodigal son, makes his return.
Is that a threat?
He like that. Starting Monday back at the Zone. Maybe. We'll see if he makes it there. Y'all have a great weekend. Stay tuned. Out of Bounds up next.